Welcome everyone, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all for being here. I know it's been a little minute, but I'm going live. It's still the holidays. The kids haven't gone back to school yet, so my schedule is not doing what it normally does. So I thank y'all for at least being here. So today we're going to be talking about finding versus seeking. So welcome everyone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all say hello. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is. So we're going to be talking about finding versus seeking, or seeking versus finding. So a lot of y'all don't realize, some of y'all are looking and seeking. Some of y'all are just finding, okay? And there's a difference. So when you seek something out, it's like when you go to the grocery store, you have a list, right? And you're seeking out things on your list. When you find something, you didn't have a list, you just find it, right? Or you lost it and you're looking for it, but that's still seeking. So when you find something, it's unexpected. When you're seeking something, you know exactly what you're looking for. So make sure you're a seeker, not a finder, because usually when people find stuff, it'd be dusty. Okay, so seek. You know the saying, seek and you shall find? Well, instead of finding things without seeking them out first, you're just going to find someone's leftovers, someone's discarded mess, something that someone dropped or lost. So we're going to be seeking, which means we have a list of things, which means we have standards, which means that we're purposeful in what we're doing. Okay? Some of y'all just look for anything and take anything. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to have a little list, standards, prerequisites, just like everything in this world. No one will let you have a job, enter any type of school, enter any type of volunteer work. You can't even volunteer without signing up and meeting their credentials. Okay? So you need to have the same thing. If someone won't even allow somebody to walk a dog without credentials, why would you allow anybody in your life without the right credentials? Okay, are you less than a dog? Okay, think about that for a second while I answer this question. Okay, you met a doctor last month. You think you're his type. Should I make another appointment? Girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the donation. You met a doctor and you're his patient. Okay, he needs you to come back. He needs that insurance money. So unless he asks you out on his own time, he's just trying to get you to come back in order to make sure that he collects your insurance. Okay, a lot of doctors flirt with their patients to keep them returning. It's just how, it's called bedside manner. So remember, make sure your insurance is current and he will stay currently flirting. If he likes you and asks you out, great, but that's really frowned upon in the medical industry. But just remember, I get this question so much because doctors flirt with their patients to keep them returning. It's called bedside manner, and you should look into it. It makes them cut their patients feel at ease, connected to them, and want to return and not switch doctors. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Therapists do it, psychologists do it. All types of people in the medical industry do this to keep you coming back with that good insurance. Okay, so y'all can't read into that too much. Okay, unless they're blatantly asking you out and to pay your bills. Okay, you're young, so you fell for the okie doke. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, I'll be back on the laptop soon, y'all. I'm not trying to set up that camera right now. Because, we're on vacation. Things are, as they are. So, well, we're at home, but we're on vacation for the holidays. So, and plus, YouTube is giving incentives to try this method of filming. So, I'm giving it a try. So, do we like this or do we like the other way? Okay. Anyway, so seeking versus finding. So let's go back to, you even need paperwork and credentials to volunteer. And some of y'all are letting people into your lives with no paperwork, no credentials, no background check, No, you have no standards. You have no job description of what they're supposed to be doing in your life in the first place. And this is one of the problems that we have. You let anything and anybody into your life without doing the most in order to know that they are beneficial to you. Okay, if we got to do better. If you take your dog to the vet or you take your dog to a kennel to get boarded, the people that walk and feed your dog go through more background checks than you put these dudes through. Just understand that, okay? I'm breaking it down so y'all can understand. The people that walk your dogs and take care of your pets have gone through more of an extensive background check than you put these dudes through. Just gonna let that sink in, okay? So remember, you are allowed to be picky. You are allowed to be choosy. You are allowed to have high standards. If that person that's walking your dog has to get a background check done on them, well, dang on it. You have standards. You're allowed to have standards. If your dogs are allowed to at least have protection against crazy people out there, okay, so should you. People that are going to waste your time, etc., etc. So just think about that the next time you think your standards are too high. Just think about that the next time someone tells you that you're going to be single for the rest of your life. Just think about that when someone tells you to do less than a kennel asks a volunteer worker to do for a dog. Okay? Just think about that. It's like, SheRaSeven. And then people that walk them dogs go through more extensive background checks and, qualifications than you asking me to put you through. All right? Tell them that. You could say I said, I don't mind. But literally, you don't even have to say my name. You could pretend you made that up yourself. You could say, well, you know what? When people walk my dogs or when I send them to the kennel, they actually, do background checks on all their employees and make sure everything is on the up and up. And they have the highest standards and of degrees before they allow these people to be around my animals and my pets. So I think I, as a human, deserve the exact same or even more and higher level of standards. Okay, because some of y'all just be letting anybody up in your house, anybody in your phone numbers, anybody take you out on a date, be seen in public with just anything, and y'all don't even know because you think, oh, well, they're going to think I'm too extra, or they're going to think I'm too bougie, or they're going to think my standards are too high. Who cares? Okay, your dog is getting better treatment than some of y'all are. All right, so understand that. And if you need to explain that to a man in that manner, feel free. All right, because some of these dudes, they get ahead of themselves and talking about how your standards are too high, you're gonna end up alone. Well, a vet and a clinic and a dog walking service and a kennel have more higher standards, for their employees than you expect me to have for you. So get in line. And a lot of people try to dismiss this, especially men. They try to dismiss you having high standards because they don't want to meet them. A man should never have a problem with your standards if he's the one and if he likes you way more. He should never have a problem with your standards. The only time men have a problem with your standards is if they don't even like you. There's just a goal there at the end. They're not going to meet your standards if you're just a goal, if you're just the number, if you're just the notch. They're never going to meet your standards. Okay? They're never going to have a problem with your standards if they like you and they want you, not a goal that they're trying to reach. Okay? This is how you can tell the difference between men that are just interested in you for one thing and men that want to come into your life and benefit you. Okay? So a lot of men don't realize that when they approach you, we're constantly analyzing men. Are you here to add or to subtract? Are you here to collect something or to bring something? That is what our minds are doing when we're sitting here analyzing men. And a lot of these dumb men don't even realize that. Okay? And they're focused on trying to make you feel some sort of way about being alone. Well, if you're here to take from me, I'd rather you not take anything, and I'd rather be left here without you taking anything. If you're not here to add nothing, then your presence is irrelevant. Okay? And that's what you ladies need to start telling these dudes. when they start telling y'all, well, you're going to end up alone. Well, I bet you're irrelevant if you can't add nothing to me. So I'm sorry if you feel that way, but it seems like you fear being alone more than we do. And that's literal. When the first thing that comes out of that man's mouth is you're going to be alone, that's his internalized fear that he's projecting upon to you, ladies. Because we don't fear being alone. We got kids, cousins, grandmas, uncles, sisters. I mean, most men aren't family oriented like that unless it's their culture. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Juju. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When should you ask for a background check, right? Or you can get that stuff online if you want, if you just collect enough information from them. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, so they're really putting their projections on you because most men fear that once they get to a certain age anyway. Not women. Women are surrounded by family. Period. Okay. Yeah, so remember, seek, don't just go find something laying around. Make sure you have a list of things that you're seeking out in order to allow someone into your life as, you know, a potential. We're not just taking anything. We got standards. Keep them standards high and you won't regret it. Okay? Most people regret not having high enough standards, but I've never heard anyone regret having high standards. Think about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When men try to lower your standards, it's because they can't reach them and they don't plan on trying to reach them. So they're not the one. That's how you know to quickly dismiss. Some of y'all try to waste time and y'all don't realize that this is never going to happen. It ain't never going to work. You're just wasting time. When you get a little bit older, you're not going to want to waste as much time because you understand that it's not going to end the way you want it to end. So you're going to just avoid it altogether. When you're young, you like to waste a little time because you want to see if it's true or not. You want to see if this person is what they say that they are instead of what they really are. You want to make sure that you're not as so special to where they'll do what you ask. So sometimes people got to find out that way. But once you found out that way once or twice, you're going to learn and you're not going to repeat wasting your time. You're going to see the red flags. You're going to see all that stuff that's adding up and doing the exact same thing the last person did. And you're going to just say, nip it in the bud. Let's just understand that you ain't it. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle, have a nice life. That's what you're going to tell them. And guys are going to start to realize that as, you know, women slowly start to, or hopefully quickly, but I know some of y'all take a longer time to learn, but women are going to start rejecting men faster because they don't have what they need. They're not bringing anything, you know. And once a man has to have something in order to get your attention, that's when they're going to start to do better. That's when they're going to start to offer more. And when men start to do better and offer more, that's when your life improves as a person that wants to be in a relationship. Okay. I mean, you can get this on your own. You don't really need a man, but if you want one, they're not supposed to be subtracting from you. They're supposed to be adding to you. Okay. 1 + 1 don't equal negative something. All right. 1 + 1 does not equal negative. That means they're not taking anything from you. They're adding to you. So if they can't add to you, you don't need to be together. Okay. If they're coming in there with a negative sign, a negative bank account, a negative attitude, a negative way of thinking, they don't need to be there. Okay. So just understand that. Do the math, literally. If they coming in there with excuses, that's negativity. They coming in there asking you to do something, that's negativity. They're coming, you asking for money, that's a negativity. You can't bring that into your life. You can't bring subtraction into your life as a woman. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If you think of it like that, it's very logical and it makes sense. You know, so stop trying to think with your heart and think with your mind. Because you know what? Once your mind is, that's why your mind is up here and your heart is down here. Because you're supposed to think with this first. Supposed to think with this first. Then you feel the results of thinking with this. Okay? It's not the other way around. You're a stay-at-home mom, found out your husband been lying about finances and blah, 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 what to do. Hopefully you have your own money, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why I always said, have your own, keep your own stuff separate. You know, tell him to seek financial help. I don't know what to tell you, but you know, you should have your own stuff together. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Definitely. I always tell women that. Don't depend on these dudes for financial everything. Have your own stuff, have your own business, have your own everything. Because when they fall off, you still own. And you could just do what you got to do and go. Okay? Always have your own stuff. And I always tell ladies that. If you get his, make it yours and flip it. Make it double yours. Okay? Start a business, invest, keep your money separate, and get your money up. That's literally it. All right. I mean, that's independent mind from the start, but still take his money and make it yours. Okay? Always. I don't believe in that mixing up the finances and stuff. I don't believe in that, period. I'm just kidding. Never. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Start you a business, get your money up. Don't worry about him. All right. You've had situations that you said provider word and they dismiss themselves. They seem to have it. Are the Dusties, or can I have another way? Okay. Honestly, they don't want to provide for you. When they hear that word, it's like they magically disappear. So you get them out of your way. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, he's paying you spousal support, cutting you a check. Okay, great, Miss Jacqueline. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so get your money, ma'am. So anyway, yes, your Dusty wants to get married, but he's broke. Why would you marry somebody broke? That's dumb. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You appreciate and thank you for everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you too, ma'am. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, we're making a list. If Santa could make a list, you can make a list. Y'all know y'all just got y'all's Christmas presents. Y'all understand what it is. A lot of y'all got good stuff. A lot of y'all got disappointed. But now you know where you stand. So we don't marry or date broke people. It is 2025. We ain't dating nothing broke, period. Okay? Say no to dust. Y'all understand what it is now. Y'all have the option and the choice. If you choose the worst, that's what you think you deserve. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's literally up to you. Whatever you choose, that's what you think you deserve. You choose dust, that's what you think you deserve. It's all on you now. I think that's what you know. You know that. So have a list of standards, have a list of qualities that you seek, instead of just finding whatever somebody left behind or finding whatever is there with no expectations and no standards, ma'am. No, we're not finding, we're seeking. And then you'll find what you're seeking. You'll have that list. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Miss Kuan Yin. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all don't understand, and I have to say this in every video almost. It's your target. Whoever your target is going to determine when you can ask for money, and even if you have to ask for money. Some will just offer. Okay? Some of y'all are going out there, and I keep saying this. Y'all are going out there trying to date people your same age that look good and asking them for money, and they looking at you crazy. Don't work like that, man. You have to be the prize, 150%. That means they got to wake up feeling lucky to even know your name and be with you. You get it? They don't feel that way. I'm not getting ready to ask for no money or even suggest anything like that. Okay, Dusty, you haven't spoken to in years, sent you a gift. What to do? Nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He owe you money. If he been Dusty in your presence, he obviously owes you. So just keep collecting what he owes you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't say nothing. What kind of gift did he get you? How much was it? He probably owes you that money you really didn't even realize. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He said he wants to take you on a car date. What kind of car he got, ma'am? You mean a free date? Change that to free date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, for 2025, y'all need to make a list of standards and qualities that you want. Put this on the list. No free dates. Put that on the list, ma'am. All right. And if you don't know what a free date is, it means well, they don't got to spend no money. That's a car date, a park date. You said who hurt me? Nobody. I'm just trying to help these women not to, introduce themselves and their lives and whoever to dust. I'm trying to teach them to prosper and live well. Because poverty mind starts with who you choose to date. Okay? It's literally, like if you want to better your life, you're not going to date dust. And that has nothing to do with being hurt. It's just financial intelligence. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. And a lot of people don't realize that it's not about being hurt. It's about being financially responsible for your life and your future generation's life. You're not going to lower your standards and yourself to someone who can't bring you anything. You're not going to date a man who can't add anything to you. Okay? That's just dumb. You're not going to go take a job that costs you more to get there, to park and to eat lunch than you actually earn. You're not going to do that. We're not doing that in 2025. If you dusty, just say you dusty and go on to find a Pikmisha. But in 2025, we're going to be prospering, not losing by who we're dating. Okay? All right. The question you should be asking is who hurt your mentality on financial advancement? Okay? Who hurt your mind and your mental so that you can't prosper enough to get the type of woman that you want? That's what you need to be asking yourself, because I know y'all know the answer. Do better. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me read some of these questions. Yeah, a lot of men cannot afford to marry, and they get mad, and they take it out on the women that they can't afford to marry. Even if the woman is not attracted or attractive to them, they still can't afford to marry an unattractive woman in this day and age. Like, literally. There are women out here who are unattractive to some of these guys, and they still can't afford to marry them. They still can't afford to date them, because even unattractive women want to be taken out to dinner. Even unattractive women want bills paid. Even unattractive women require you to have a job. Even unattractive women don't want to work 9 months pregnant. So guess what? You can't even afford an unattractive woman. Ooh. The only thing these dusties can afford is to waste people's time, whether they're ugly or not. Just understand that, okay? And a lot of people don't realize that even an unattractive woman costs money. Okay? Even an unattractive woman gonna hurt your pockets if you are broke, literally. Because you still gotta ask her out on a date, take her to the movies, buy some popcorn. You still gotta, take her to dinner. You still gotta buy her some gifts on her birthday. So you still gotta spend money even if she's ugly. So the best thing I can tell you is get your money way up so you can afford something you can like looking at. Okay. Like literally. It is true. Only a Pikmisha, and we know what a Pikmisha is, a woman that's more desperate to have a man than she is to have the lifestyle that she wants. She will trade in her lifestyle to have the man she wants temporarily. And that's not smart. Like most Pikmishas aren't very smart. And they have low self-esteem. So a lot of dusties like to target women with lower self-esteem because they don't know their value and they'll take anything. So when women break free of that mentality of being a Pikmisha, a lot of men get mad because they can't, take advantage of them anymore. So that's only for Pikmisha, and we're not talking about them. So Dusties and Pikmishas, they're temporarily together momentarily until Pikmisha wakes up or until Dusty gets his money up. But either way, that's what it is. Thank you, Gustav. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Literally, Pikmishas and Dusty stick together until either Dusty gets his money up or Pikmisha wakes up. That's just literally it. They don't stay together forever. Unless none of them change. Okay? So remember, Dusties and Pikmishas are temporary. You don't remain that way unless you're just stupid and can't grow mentally. Okay? And some people just need to hear that. Dusty can be Dusty for 10 years, and he might get his money up eventually. Pikmisha can be stupid and dumb for 10 years, and maybe she'll wake up one day and know her value. But either way, They're made for each other temporarily. Do you recommend carrying business cards in that turn off? I don't really have business cards. If I have a business card, I'm putting it in the package that I'm mailing off, like at my little cosmetic biz. I'm not handing them out. To me, that's masculine. And if I'm looking cute, if I'm in a cute dress, if I'm wearing a cute outfit, I'm not sitting out here passing out business cards. If they ask me about my business and they're interested in it and they want to become a customer, I could just tell them the website. I could like send it to them on their email or whatever. But I'm not carrying around business cards because I think it is a little bit ambitious and masculine in a woman. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't network and pass out your business card to other women, but to men, it looks a little bit more masculine. So keep your cards, save it for women or old people or potential clients that aren't men. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Or you know what you can do? You can get a stack of business cards and leave it somewhere, like in an office building, like at a counter somewhere, if you're trying to, you know, help your business out. But don't just be giving them out willy-nilly to these different men. Okay. I've done that. I've taken a stack of my cards and put them next to like in hair salons and like different places where women often frequent. Because if your customers are mostly women, you're not going to want to give it to a man. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say he says he loves me, but he's never there for you. Okay, actions speak louder than words, ma'am. All right. So who cares what he's saying? What's he doing? Thank you for proving me that being a beach with your opinion and being feminine at the same time is possible. Be flexible. Thank you. Lavonda B, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, it's very possible. Having standards, keeping your standards and not bending them for anyone is very feminine. Okay, yeah, I'm not believing nothing until it's being done. Like, I don't believe words, I believe actions. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And a lot of ladies are sitting here believing words when they need to be believing actions. Believe actions, not words. Men will say anything. All right. So make your list of stuff that you are wanting to have standards for the new year. And don't bend them. Don't bend your standards. Don't lessen your standards for somebody because they're not going to do the same for you. What to talk about on dinner dates? Let them do all the talking. Just ask them questions. Men love to talk about themselves. Just let them talk. What's the best way to stick to your standards? To have them and believe in them and understand that they're going to get you to where you want to go. And straying from them will not. Okay. Straying from standards is only taking you backwards. It ain't taking you forward. How is my skin so flawless? I be washing it. I take care of my skin. So, a man only spoke about his work and himself. It was so boring. Exactly. You need to be gathering information so you know how to get money out of him. So he talked about work. You know, he has a good job. He talked about himself. Okay. You know that he likes to talk about himself. You know, he's self-centered. Use this information to learn how to collect money from him. Okay. Y'all are missing the whole point of letting them talk. You're not really supposed to be caring what they're talking about. You're supposed to be gathering information on how to get what you want. Because most men are going to talk about themselves. Most men are going to yap about their job. And once you figure out how much they earn, what they do, and all this kind of stuff, you know how much you can ask for. You know what their weaknesses, their strengths are. You know what their vulnerability is. You know what their triggers are. Let them talk. Gather information. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you recommend to better the way I speak? Books, podcasts, etc., etc. Talking. The more you talk, the better you are able to speak. So Just talk. Maybe record yourself talking. Maybe make videos, you know, whatever. Read books, read aloud. Okay. Hang around people that speak in the way that you would like to speak, etc., etc. Okay. Practice. Yes, practice. Can you win without being cunning? Yes, if you are in charge of the game. If you're playing tic-tac-toe and you go first, and you're playing against a 3-year-old. Yes, you can win without being cunning. Can you win chess without being strategic? Can you win a game of chess with no strategy? Cunning is another way to say strategy. Or clever. So, do you think you can win? Only if you're playing against somebody real stupid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. As someone who had a baby, you had a baby by a Dusty, you just wanted to say thank you for your wisdom and leveling up day by day. Okay, well, sprinkle, sprinkle, that's not the end of it, ma'am. You can always level up. And don't let that Dusty bring you down. And don't carry on Dusty poverty mind to the next generation. It's good that you're improving your life every day and doing better. Thank you, girl. I mean, look at Eve. Y'all seen them pictures of Eve and her manner with her billionaire, millionaire husband or whatever he is? You seen all the mad people in this world because of Miss Eve? Get it, Eve. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Eve is winning and people are mad. They shouldn't be mad. They should be learning. Eve went from Rough Riders on a motorcycle, well, ex-stripper or whatever, to living in one of her manors with her millionaire, billionaire husband, okay? It's possible. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said TV, girl. Y'all remember her from Barbershop, girl? She done came all the way up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You say, I'm not easily impressed by men. I don't think Eve was easily impressed by men either until she met that guy. So that's a good thing. That means your standards are very high and it takes a certain type of man to impress you, and that's good. Not just anybody can. That means you're not going to be wasting a lot of time. Thank you, Cactus Bunny. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your provider has a guy friend who tries to be in competition with me, but what do I do? Ask him if he's gay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because you know, why would men be competing with a woman? All right. It's like, are you in a closet? Why do you keep competing with me? I'm a woman. Go find some business. Thank you. You said that's his boyfriend? Girl, he got a secret crush on your man, girl. Well, if he competes against you, do stuff that makes him look stupid. So like lie. Like this is a good way to make people think that they're competing against you when they're really not. Say you're gonna do something that you don't plan on doing, and he'll go try to do it before you do or better than you, and you don't even do it. They just look stupid. Like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna run the marathon. I signed up. I'm gonna run. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start training and practicing tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. Girl, go outside, take some fake pictures, change your outfit a few times and post it every week. Girl, you're gonna be trying to train for the marathon. You gonna be asleep. Okay. Okay, Cactus Bunny said he tried to manipulate you and use your provider for money because he's broke. Okay, call him broke a lot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start suggesting jobs and stuff to him and ways to earn money, like embarrass him and stuff. Okay? It's like, oh my gosh, they're hiring at Amazon. You seen that? Okay. All right. You said, why is it dark? Is it dark? Because probably, I don't know where you live. Is it nighttime over there? We got lights over here, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did you pay your electric bill? You said, what's the perfume of the day? I have a little perfume bottle that I put my own perfume in from another bottle. I think this is called Flowers of, I think it's like Flowers of Immortality or something like that. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend and I are both 25 and 24, and he's currently a provider. He talks about marriage, but what are some things I should require before I know he's serious? Sure, I would never marry a man in his 20s. That's number one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When a man is serious about marriage, he's getting his money together. He has his savings. He's financially responsible. He's saving for a house, to live in a better neighborhood and all that. That's how you know a man is serious about marriage, when they're preparing for a family and a marriage. If he's just talking about it to shut you up, if he's just talking about it so you're not asking about it, that's a totally different thing. When a man is really ready for marriage, he prepares. Okay? So, does he have a house yet? How's his savings look? Can he even afford marriage? Okay? If you should get pregnant after you get married, are you going to be clocked in at 9 months pregnant? Or can he cover the costs and the bills until you have the baby? And can you be a stay-at-home mother? Like, is he really ready for marriage and a family? Do you know what marriage means? I don't think a lot of men in their 20s are ready for marriage. So he might be ready for an engagement, a long engagement. He may be ready for a promise ring, but I don't know if he's ready for marriage. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what do I do all day? Well, this morning I woke up, went to the bank, went to the store, got something to eat, went to the movies, went shopping, did a little shopping haul that I'll probably put up later on Instagram or TikTok. And then I decided to go live. That's what I did today. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me read some of these questions. How to rebrand yourself. I'm not a brand, so I would never rebrand myself. I just do what I do. I'm not controlled by social media or trends or hashtags. I'm an original person, not a programmed person. I do what I want when I want. I don't need to rebrand nothing, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not a product. I'm a person. All right, that's how you rebrand. You don't. If you can rebrand yourself, somebody can rebrand themselves the exact same way. And you're not original anymore. Okay? Okay. You know, one of the most successful companies don't rebrand. Most successful companies do not rebrand. When they rebrand, it's no good from there. Their value just goes down. Okay. So if you don't like what you already are, don't think of yourself as a brand. Think of yourself as an individual person that people can relate to, not a brand. A brand is a product and a commodity that is to be sold, to be marketed. So if that's not you, don't act like it. I think a lot of people don't realize that social media has taken y'all's mind to a whole different level of how you perceive yourself. This is why I think so many women have lower value in themselves, because of social media. Social media tells you what you need to do, how you need to rebrand yourself, how you need to look, da da da. No, you need to look exactly how you need to look to get what you need to get. That's what I teach. Then you can look something totally different the next day. You need to look exactly how you need to look to get what you want right then and there, and then you can look totally different tomorrow. You can follow everything I say to a T to get what you want, and then do whatever you want tomorrow once you got it. That's what I teach. You help build your husband up. Now he's making money. He runs around and dates other women. He's proper. Wait. You say he's a provider, but you got it big. Girl, where's your man? Where's your other one? Sprinkle, sprinkle, enough said. Enough said. Where's your man? I don't know why y'all be building up these dudes to leave y'all, but you should have been building up yourself to replace him. Oh, Khadijah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, sure, I inspired you to start your own business with his money. How can I send you some stuff for promo? Hey, Khadijah, sprinkle, sprinkle. What kind of business you got, girl? Find me on Instagram. I am verified on Instagram. SheRaSeven on Instagram. Message me there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you, girl. Appreciate that. Well, congratulations on starting a business too, girl. Entrepreneurs in the house. Okay. All right. So, seek, which means you have a list of things that you're seeking. Instead of just finding whatever fell on the floor or somebody's leftover, you need to have a list of high standards. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said if you build them, they will leave. That's what Shira said. That's right, Coco Moco. Your provider took you and 6 girlfriend of my shopping to inward. What? Okay, and his guy friend just invited himself to some random girl. I don't want to look crazy and controlling. Huh? Okay, I don't know, but tell them the wrong time so that they're late. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And y'all leave without them. Oh, they must not be coming. Y'all know how to do that? Tell them the wrong time so that they don't show up. Or show up hours late or not prepared. So if y'all are supposed to be meeting at 12 o'clock, tell them y'all meeting at 6 o'clock. Do you get your own money car before you get a man? You're 18. Of course, ma'am. Of course. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Get your own before you get anything. That way, all you're doing is adding to yourself. I cook for my kids sometimes. Like when they want plant-based vegan gumbo, I'll make it for them. I don't cook for him because he's like, my husband is not vegan or plant-based, so he has to fend for himself until or order out or order takeout. He knows how to cook. He don't want no veggie burger. He don't want no vegan gumbo. He don't want none of that. So unless he wants to become vegan, he doesn't want to eat what I'm cooking. Yeah, I mean, think about this. If you're an avid meat eater and you eat like bad foods, I'm not saying meat is bad, but if you eat bad foods or eat meat or stuff that I don't cook and I cook for you, you're not going to eat what I cook anyway. So why even bother? You said, would I join the housewives? Probably not. No offense against those housewives, but I don't think I could live my life in that manner. Like I wouldn't want to always be constantly followed around with a camera trying to like make me start fights with other women. That's just not my style. Okay. You just left the psych ward to be with your employee who took care of me. Is there still hope for me? Okay. Girl, this sound like something on the Joker or something like that. Like, have you seen that movie, Joker? This sounds just like that. You should go watch it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Go watch the Joker too. It's a musical though. Go watch it. Is there hope for you? I don't know. That's for you to determine, ma'am. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's for you to determine. But you know, if you keep hope alive, there's always hope, ma'am. Okay. I just saw a movie tonight. It was very interesting. We'll talk about that another time, though. Have I visited Dubai? No. I was too busy making the videos. I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years. I've been too busy helping women get the bag. Okay. And raising children. So, haven't been there. But I tell people all the time that go there, they bring me back stuff all the time. I've got perfume, gifts, crystal, all this type of stuff. They bring me back gifts, but sprinkle, sprinkle. You said just for holiday. Well, I don't know. Like I'd rather go somewhere else actually. But if I was like, that's like if I've gone after I've checked off every place on my list, there's nowhere else to go, maybe. What's the biggest pet peeve in women and men? What? That they don't see red flags and they're stupid when they fall in love. I think a lot of people don't realize how dumb they are because they think someone is cute or temporarily infatuated by them. They don't see the red flags. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do I consider myself a savvy businesswoman? I consider myself a self-taught businesswoman that has become very successful. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm a goddess. Yes, ma'am. I'm everything. Yes. I wear all hats. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Would I recommend women get into real estate? I recommend women do whatever makes them happy and whatever brings them money and happiness, you know. Were you born a woman? I was born female, yes. Are you disappointed? I know a lot of men like are attracted to trans women and, you know, that's okay. But honestly, I'm sorry to disappoint. Anyway. Did you see the Pikmisha surprise her boyfriend on New Year's Eve when he was not happy to see her? No, girl, I haven't seen that, girl. I haven't scrolled enough on TikTok or Instagram to see that. I've been busy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So, I mean, you have to ask these days because a lot of men they like trans women, or sometimes they're disappointed when you're a real female born natural cis woman. They be mad because like, dang, she gonna make me into a baby mama. I can't hit it and quit it and forget it. So I'm sorry. You've been watching my old videos? Oh, thank you, Josie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hope you're enjoying. You like my wig? Thank you, girl. Okay, have you, yeah, I smelled a lot of perfumes, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm a perfume lover. And if it's really nice, I probably got it on my list. Okay, he's bombarding with cheap date ideas and each one better than before. I'm disgusted already. Girl, tell him to call you back when he get his money together. Like, I would literally be that blunt. I'm like, call me back when you get your money together. I would literally just be that blunt because he's wasting your time, literally. Like, why can't he spend? You ain't special? Then he's not impressed. He's not gonna try to impress you. Then why are you wasting your time? Look, you're the main character of this episode, this life, this whatever. If he ain't trying to impress you, you know, tell him to move along. Life is meant to be lived on purpose, not at a discount by some cheap date. Look, if he ain't there to impress, then dismiss. Because think about this. How he treats you and what he does on these first couple of dates, that's what he thinks of you. That's what he thinks you're worth. So if you accept what he thinks you're worth, you're accepting that as your value. Okay? So if he's planning a bunch of cheap dates, he thinks you're cheap. Do you think you cheap? Then bypass. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not really my thing. I don't really enjoy doing those types of things. Okay, that's something that I would do with my nieces or nephews. No. Quickly, you can dismiss them in a nice way. It's like, oh, no, I really like to do something a little bit more, you know, upper scale. Cheap dates equal cheap lifestyle. Exactly. Like, don't put yourself in that category. Don't accept cheap if you're not cheap. If you show up on a cheap date dressed in nice outfit, hair, makeup, cute looking, you're going to show up looking your best for a cheap date? That doesn't make any sense. You said he'll get even cheaper? Yep. If that's what he does to impress you, imagine what he does when he's comfortable. It's not going to work out. Okay, so we're not doing that. Honestly, you need to describe the type of date that you expect so they can get it. Like if they ask you, what's your idea of a perfect date? Describe it to them so that they know that what they need to do. If they keep suggesting cheap stuff, say, ask them what's their idea of a perfect date, and then they would ask you, then you can tell them so that they can know. All right. Yeah, and men, you shouldn't get mad that women have higher expectations of you. That's a good thing. That means they thought better of you than you actually thought of yourself. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. That means you should try to at least live up to that expectation for yourself so that the next woman that you encounter won't be disappointed. Okay. So different types of dates for different types of women. Like if you're dating a woman that can give herself everything already, you gotta really impress them. So a lot of men want to date women who are independent and successful, right? But you can't impress those type of women easily. You gotta do the most. A lot of men will date women who are easily impressed so that they have to do less. So for me, it's going to take a lot. You see, the higher up the woman is, the harder it is to impress her. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And a lot of these men don't realize that. They want a woman who's successful, can pay her own bills, have her stuff together, but they can't impress her. So that's why if you're a successful woman, you need to date an even more successful man who is able to impress you. Okay. You met a millionaire recently. He seems super frugal. How do I get him to spend? You don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You tell him this. I see that you're very frugal, and I don't mind that you're frugal, but the type of men that I am impressed by are generous men who actually want to, have a good time and spend money and enjoy the life and enjoy the fruits of their labor. Like, there's no use of you having money if you're not going to spend it. Like, I would literally just say that, because who cares? If they're not spending it, they're not the one for you anyway. A lot of y'all are afraid to speak your mind to these guys who aren't even going to spend on you. Like, parting words to people sometimes will open them up and wake them up, because some men just think having money and status is good enough for you. They need to understand that they're less attractive and they might as well be dusty if they're not spending. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, well, you're very frugal and I appreciate, everything that you've done, but this isn't going to work out for me, because the type of man that I, enjoy being with is the provider type and the generous type. And so maybe you should go, date others. Like, I would literally just say it, because why sit around there and lie? They're not going to all of a sudden become generous until you tell them the truth. Okay. I'll just straight up tell them, you too cheap for me. Bye. And their ego will be so shattered because they're supposedly rich and they have money, but they were dumped for being cheap. Okay. You said your goal is to speak your mind more in 2025. Honestly, you don't want to waste time with men who are wasting your time, because what you're doing, let me tell y'all a secret. If you waste time with the wrong man for too long, you're going to miss the one that's got the money for you. You're going to miss the one that's generous, because you sitting there trying to people please somebody that's cheap or broke. Okay? You're going to sit there and waste time trying to people please with somebody broke because you don't want to hurt their little feelings. So you don't really have to hurt their feelings. You can just dismiss them quickly. Sorry, I don't think this is going to work. I prefer more generous provider type men. Bye. Just as simple as that. And let me tell y'all a secret. Money frees your time. It gives you more time to get to know yourself, get to know the people around you. It gives you more time to explore your hobbies, and actually enjoy your life. Do you know that the people that are in survival mode, they spend most of their life working just for room, shelter, and food. They don't really even get to enjoy their home. They don't need to get to enjoy their car, their life, or vacation. A lot of people equate happiness with freedom. And money brings freedom. So if you can wake up every day and do whatever you want, that's freedom. And most of the time you'll find happiness when you're free. A lot of times people fall for the okie doke of being in a routine to where they have to get up, go slave away, work, pay bills, and wake up and do the same thing every day. People don't want to live like that. I'm giving people the information they need to free themselves, build their own business, date men that are only providers so they don't have to live like that and their children don't have to live like that. That's all I'm doing, is talking about how to get free financially so you can be happy. Okay? Being infatuated temporarily with somebody who is attractive to your eye is not happiness. But getting up and doing whatever you want when you want is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all need to learn the difference. Some of y'all have been brainwashed to think happiness is looking at some broke bum who looks decent enough, who you're infatuated with temporarily until they mess up. That's happiness. That's not happiness. That's biding your time until they disappoint you. Okay. It's wasting your time until they disappoint you. Get your money up. Get money. If the man is not beneficial to your life, bypass. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what? Attraction brings you happiness. That's because you're a man. That's not the same thing for women. Attraction brings you happiness because you go by what your eyes see. Okay. Let me ask you a question. If attractive brings you happiness, what happens when you look at your bank account? Are you automatically sad and depressed after that, sir? Because I know that bank account ain't attractive. Think about it like that. How attractive is your bank account? All right, because that's what women are going to be looking at when they look at you. You may look at a pretty woman and be happy, but if your bank account ain't pretty, that woman ain't going to be happy. Okay. You're just wanting money. Exactly. And what do men want? Do they want to hold your hand and look in your eye and tell you they love you? Or what are men after? If women like money, what do men like? I'm waiting. What y'all like? What do y'all expect? What y'all want out of a woman? Okay. So if you were dating the perfect woman and she was beautiful and da 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 da, and she said, I'm not sleeping with you ever. You can just hold my hand and take me on dates. What would you do? Would you date her continuously? If she told you you ain't ever getting none? Would you? So why would a woman date a man who is never going to pay her bills or give her any money? It's the same thing. Okay. You would rather go find the ugliest Pikmisha that's giving it up than date a woman, go on dates, pay for dates, provide for a woman, and not expect anything from her. So guess what? You better be glad that we at least want your money. Because if we didn't, you'd just be lonely. What if he says you just want money? I would say you're very observant and that you just want money. And what do you want, sir? That would be my next question. And what is it that you want? Would you like to just hold my hand? What is it that you want, sir? Because I know it's something. You ain't here for your health. So if you just want money, I think that's a good thing. Thank you, Mimi. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start calling these dudes out when they say you just want this. Say, well, you just want that. I guess we even. Okay. They'll be like, well, that's mutual. No, it's not, sir. It ain't mutual. If it's not as valuable, if your stuff ain't as valuable to us, then our stuff is valuable to you, then it ain't mutual. Okay. Okay. So think about this. You said, can a woman date as unemployed? Yes, of course. If they date a rich man who don't care about it. If you're dating a millionaire, if you're dating a high six-figure earner, they don't care if you're unemployed. Only broke men care if you had a job. Okay. You said you can't wake up to an ugly person every morning? Well, don't look in the mirror then, sir. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just cover all the mirrors up with sheets. That's what you got to do. Because I know you single. Anti-way. You said what? Let me tell y'all a secret. If you can't wake up to nothing ugly, then wake up to something that can earn you money every day. That means wake up to yourself and go get your money. Then you can go afford the type of woman you want, sir. You ain't got to wake up to ugly Pikmisha every day. All right. You said shake something for us? Alex, I am 45 going on 46 years old. I don't need to shake anything except for my foundation. Actually, I don't even wear this one anymore. My foundation is unshakable because I can't shake it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You shake something. Thank you. You said there are incels who get none. Okay, yes. Thank you for wanting a 45-year-old to shake it, but you know what? I didn't pass them days. There are some women on TikTok that's old, real old, shaking it still. You just go find them. There's this one lady that be on there, super old, and she's still shaking it. Okay. You said plenty of them. I've heard that a lot of upper class men now want upper class women. Does that also work? What do you think? Okay. You can be a part-time receptionist at a high-end law firm. Your paycheck is probably really small, but the men that you're around constantly are very rich. You get it? Think about that for a second. If you're highly attractive and you're a part-time or, whatever receptionist somewhere where lots of rich, wealthy men are, do you really think they're going to care if you earn just as much as them? They don't need you to. Okay? They don't need you to. A lot of upper class men who want to marry upper class women are trying to impress other people by being able to marry an upper class woman so that if at any time they say, okay, well, I don't want to be in this marriage anymore and I want to go cheat with something 20 years younger, that they can easily go do it with less guilt and having to pay less money or alimony. I'm thinking ahead, okay? Because who's going to raise the children? Who's going to be home with the baby? Is the wife going to be still working at 9 months pregnant? Okay. Are nannies and maids raising the children? Like, what's happening? If you're an upper class man and you have money, do you really want your wife going out, and unless she owns her own business and she can work from home, that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, what if she got that money from another prior relationship to build her business? Okay, what does he think about that? So, for example, if a woman starts off as a sugar baby and she gets money, she builds her empire, she builds her business, the old man is gone or whatever, and then she meets somebody. She's got her money up already. She already looks leveled up. She's not spending money though. She needs him to be a full provider. I mean, she still got paid from a man and built it herself. Look, as long as he doesn't need her money, it doesn't matter. Okay? I think as long as he doesn't require her to spend her own money, I don't think it matters. Okay. You said this is why your husband, you can't call him your husband if y'all don't believe in legal marriage. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Legal marriage is definitely for people that are in a business contract, for sure. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I honestly wouldn't even call it marriage if you're not married. And let me tell you why. Or I wouldn't even call a man a husband if you're not even married. You know why? Because if you think about animals, husbandry, what is husbandry? It's literally to mate. So animal husbandry is literally to mate. So if you're mating, you married him or you are with him to mate, that means that y'all are just animals and property. So I would never say I was married if I was not legally married. Okay? That's just me though. I ain't claiming no man as my husband if he ain't on no papers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You ain't getting the H word. Sorry, we're not even pretending. We're not even gonna say common law because at that funeral home, when you dead, there ain't no you can't sign no papers, ma'am. It's the next of kin. Legally. You can live in that man's house forever. If he got kids, a sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, you don't get no claim and you don't get no say and nothing. As far as the funeral arrangements go, the burial process, or anything, you don't get any of that. You can't even sign the death certificate legally. So it don't count. I mean, he can probably make you the beneficiary and stuff like that, but legally it's not going to count when it comes to those types of things. Believe me, I know. I used to work in the funeral industry. So, the only thing that you can do is like, okay, if you want to avoid all of that, you can do a pre-arrangement, which means you have to go in and pay for and arrange, or even just arrange the services and how you want everything done, or how that person wants everything done, so that they can follow their last wishes and whatever. But if that's not done ahead of time, you don't really get a say in it if his family wants to impede. Okay. Sasha, is that you? Sasha's out there. Let me see. Happy New Year, sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody told me Happy New Year. How was y'all's New Year's Eve? You said how to not look like a lady of the night at the bar? Don't look like one? Why is it that men can go out to bars and women can't? You could just easily be an alcoholic just like the next dude. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. All right. You said dress classy. Exactly. Dress classy, have a drink, be a regular. Mm-hmm. Give that horse his hair back. Why do you like horses? Actually, they don't make wigs out of horsehair anymore. That was the old days, like ancient. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like in the ancient Egyptian days, they did use animal hair to make wigs. Sometimes they used human hair, but yeah, they did used to use animal hair back in the ancient Egyptian days. But now they use either synthetic or human hair. Just so you know, since you're not quite a wigologist yet, you're getting there. So we're gonna teach you a little bit since you're on the path. Okay. How would you start if you was 20 years old? I was already started, ma'am. When I was 20, I was already in the game, man. I was already doing the most. So, I was about my money. I was in school. I was in mortuary school and working in mortuaries. I was already on my grind, on my money, man. Thank you, flowers are dresses, sprinkle, sprinkle. Are roses? Flowers and roses. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was already in my career doing the most. I had a focus. Let's just say that. If you're that age, you need to have a focus and a goal, and you need to stay on there. Don't be just trying to party and do blah stuff. If you're gonna party, still you need to focus in the daytime. So that's what I did. I took care of business during the day and I partied at night. I had fun. I went out with my friends, went out with my sister. But every day I was in class or I was at work getting my career going. Even though I don't have that career anymore, I was always doing the most, getting my money, period. Okay? Stay with goals and stay with money. And only date men that have money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you, boss baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Advice for 23-year-old, no friends, no provider. Like, glow up. Glow up and create the life you want every day by being the person that you want to become. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Glow up. Become the person that you would like to become. Work on yourself daily until you have the life that you want. You recommend OF if you cannot show your face. Girl, I don't recommend nothing crazy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I recommend, like, okay, I don't know what y'all be doing on OF, because I don't know what y'all be doing. I ain't never clicked on no OF before, so I don't know what y'all doing over there. If you have to ask, you obviously think something is wrong with it, so you be your own judge. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How do you stop? Wait, what? Oh, right here. Lydia, thank you, girl. Rich man you're dating made dinner reservations for us this weekend. Told you to plan on staying overnight with him tomorrow. Do I bring up the conversation to secure finance? Girl, don't plan on nothing. He can use the power of suggestion all he want. That don't mean you gonna fall for it. Lie. Say, of course. Get to the dinner date. Tell him all this what you need. See if he gonna come through with the money, and then say, oh, you know what? I have to work in the morning, or I gotta take my mama somewhere in the morning, and then be out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what I would do. Like, go along with it until the very last minute, and it's like, you know what? I have to take my mom somewhere in the morning. I'm so sorry, but I'm not gonna be able to spend the night. Da 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 da. Okay. Look at all the broke men in the comments who can never afford the type of women they want. It's so sad. They probably wear plaid shirts, khaki pants, and are going bald. But that's okay, though. Okay. That's how I picture these dudes, like total losers. That's how I picture them. They're all bald, looking crazy. got bad outfits on. That's just how I picture them. I don't know why. Because that's usually what they look like. You're not going to find a very attractive man that's successful sitting in women's comments getting upset. Like, it doesn't equate. You said, how do you become unbothered? Have a focus that's beneficial. If whatever someone is telling you or doing or saying is not beneficial, it doesn't bother you. Why do older men always want your IG? The man paid $1K for mine. It complimented my page. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They want to see what you're doing over there, girl. That's why you need an alias. You need to have more than one, and the one that you give one to and one that you don't. And don't follow yourself on the other one because they'll see it or have it suggested. You said, what type of men do you like? Rich, generous. That's the kind of people I like, period. All right. You said it's not about money, y'all. Yes, it's about spending money, being generous, providing. Okay. If you're rich, but you're not generous and a provider, then it doesn't matter. You got to have money and be a generous provider. How to get a Dusty to provide when you can't provide no matter how hard you try. Guess not everyone can get a provider. Okay. Level yourself up and go date men who have it already and like you 10 times more. That's how you do it. You got to find the correct target. So look at yourself in the mirror. Be honest with yourself. Say this. What type of man can I pull that's going to pay these bills? What does he look like? The type of man that you can go pull right now, or what you look like right now. What's he looking like? The type of man that will pay your bills by what you look like right now. That's your target. If you're not attracted to that type of man, you got to change this a little bit until it gets a little bit more even. Okay? Think about it. Uh-oh, boss baby. Do we ask for gifts, money before going on a date? You insinuate, you use the power of suggestion, you tell stories, you tell them what you like and see if they offer it to you on your own. Because if they like you and they're trying to impress you, they're going to offer you things. They're going to ask you what you like, what type of flowers you like. If you just accidentally pretended like a bottle of perfume broke while you were reaching for the phone to answer their phone call, they're going to feel guilty about that, and they may bring you some perfume. If you act like you lost a diamond earring while you were answering their phone call or out to dinner with them, they may just show up with some new jewelry for you. Okay, you got to be smart. It's called strategy. We're playing chess, not checkers. You can't just be like, so many people are not creative enough anymore. They just go with what social media tells them to do, like robots. But a long time ago, we used to be very creative. And we used to think of ideas on how to get this money. All right. We used to plot, not just follow people and do what they tell you. We used to think. Hopefully y'all are still doing that today. You got to start from the first conversation. All right. Strategy from day one. Chess from day one, baby. Okay. Chess from day one. Not day two, but day one. Okay. You said, how do you stop overthinking and what? Create a I don't GF mentality. You're anxious, attached girl. Okay. Money. Think of everything as money. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. Bypass it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how you can get rid of a lot of overthinking. Okay? If it's not beneficial and it don't make you no money, it don't make no sense, get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. If you keep overthinking stuff and ain't no money getting into your pockets, you doing too much. You thinking for free. Okay? If it's not adding to you, it doesn't need to be overthought. Okay. That is like sitting up there trying to solve a problem and nobody paid you to. Nope. Mm-hmm. If it's not making money, it's not making sense. Don't waste your time on it. Okay. You say, you women ain't getting none of my money until we get to the point where the relationship is solid. Then honestly, you're not going to attract the type of woman you really want, because let me tell you a secret. If you can't impress a woman by dating her, you don't pass the test that you like her. If everything you do is cheap and conditional and based on what she can do, and whether you're a simp or not, you're probably broke. And that's not nobody's dream man. Think about it. Whose dream man are you? You're first of all, you're afraid to be called a simp. And what y'all describe as a simp is a gentleman provider, which means that you actually care for the woman. You want to provide and protect for her. If you think it's an insult to provide and protect for the woman that you're dating and to impress her, then you're no one's dream man. You're literally a dusty. So nobody wants that anyway. And you can say, oh, what you gonna do and what you not gonna do for some woman, but literally you can't even afford to do it. Okay, you can't afford to impress a woman. And the mentality that you have is that of a gay man, mentally. You don't like to provide and protect for women. You don't want to show that you're a gentleman. You don't want to prove yourself as dating material or husband material from the start. That means you only want one thing. That means you're only sexually attracted to women, not mentally, and you don't really like them. So therefore, you are mentally gay and attracted to women. I don't know what you call that, but that's what a lot of these dusties are in this day and age. So, you know, shout out to the LGBTQ. Y'all just got another member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You posted a screenshot of your friend asking you to go to the concert, but I think he may... You posted a screenshot of your friend girl asking me to go to concert, but I think he may have thought it was a guy, but he haven't talked since before that. And now he only likes my stories. Girl, y'all worry too much about what people are thinking. Is this man paying your bills? Then who cares? If he ain't paying for nothing, who cares? If he's paying bills, then you need to tell him that, you know, it was just a girl. I ain't getting ready to deal with nobody that's not offering me no money. You said she would just be a lesbian. Well, it seems like all the women are lesbians now who are dating men because y'all are gay. And y'all are actually like women. So most women who are in a relationship with a man literally is a lesbian. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because y'all act just like women. That's why it's so easy for all these women to go and just be with a woman, because they already been with women. Some of these women are more masculine than these guys. I was at the store today. I was at Ralph Lauren today. Lesbian couple up in there. A masculine and a feminine. Girl, that masculine woman was telling that woman, go get what you want. I was about to start picking up stuff, but I remember I'm married and I'm straight. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I didn't hear no man saying that up in there. Anyway, Empress, sprinkle, sprinkle. He's giving you 2K so far. We haven't been talking long. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. He'll get over it. Just tell him it's a woman. And the funny thing is, the girl that wanted the item, she was walking around with this item, and it was actually this shirt. She was walking around with this shirt, and the girl was like, just get it. What else you want? I was like, I already got that shirt. But it was very refreshing to hear, you know, just pick it up, get what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And shout out if y'all was there. I don't know. Maybe y'all watch this channel too. Shout out to the lesbian couple in Ralph Lauren today. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said she watches. Ha ha ha. Well, hopefully she do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said your boyfriend just left, no communication. It's been hours. Please. Girl, hours? This is why I don't. This is why I don't do liking for like. Girl, is your boyfriend a full provider? Do you work? Do you pay bills? I'm not getting ready to keep tabs on nobody or nothing unless they got my kids or are my kids. Okay. No thanks. I'm the prize. They need to be worried about what I'm doing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Jamie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 24 going on your first date with a 61-year-old. He driving 3 hours to see me. I told him I like shopping. If he doesn't bring me a gift, what to do? Make him take you shopping? So as soon as he arrives, like, you know what? Let's go shopping. Just say that straight off the bat. This man just drove 3 hours. He's 61. Okay? He ain't gonna tell you no. He already know the deal. All right? Soon as he arrives and say, I'm here. Say, great, I'm so excited. Let's go shopping. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to the mall with you. Don't be nice. Don't try to people please. Don't say, let's go have dinner first. Don't say, let's go do this or do that. Go straight to the shopping. Let me tell you why. Because he drove 3 hours. If it don't start off right from the start, he know ain't nothing finna ever happen. So as soon as you talk to him, let's go shopping. That's it. Don't try to be nice. I mean, you could be nice and say, let's go shopping, but don't try to people please. Don't try to be politically correct. Don't try to be morally correct and say, let's go have dinner. Let's go make sure you get some rest. Okay, let's go straight to the shopping, ma'am. Thank you, photograph, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Don't do it. Get to the money, get to the shopping first. Then you can go eat. Then you can go sightseeing or whatever. You said, will there be a power imbalance? Not as long as she telling him what to spend on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Usually the young ones run the old ones. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She said shopping and then shops. Exactly. Get to the shopping first. Don't try to be morally or politically correct. Go straight to that ball, man. Or else he's going to try to talk you out of it. He's already... Think about this. If this old man is being seen out in public with you already to dinner, he's not going to see a reason to be seen out in public with you taking you shopping. All right? The whole point of a 61-year-old dating a 24-year-old is to let people see. Let them see you shopping first. Mm-hmm. He said, make his pockets hurt. That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay. You said 61, he knows what's up. That's right, God is wild red. He knows exactly what he's there for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, you missed your super chat. He's a provider man, by the way. Girl, I can't go back on this screen, so I can't see it. I can go back as far as I can, but I don't know what you asked, but definitely go for the money. I always say, if it ain't beneficial, don't do it. Don't bother with it. Don't waste time. I can't see your question. Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's not letting me go back any further. Just ask it again. You said go pray and read the Bible. That is that it's all there. Yeah, man's supposed to provide for his family. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You met an old white billionaire from Texas and you Googled him. He wants pics. What do I do? How do I get him for money without turning him off? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why does he need pics? He sees what you look like. How did you meet him? Where did you meet him? He knows what you look like. Why does he need pics? Send him pictures that's already on Instagram or something. That's not anything risque. Okay? Just tell him you want to go shopping. Just start straight up off. Right. I'm trying to tell y'all. If you want this man to give you money or take you shopping, just mention how much you like doing certain things that cost money. You don't have to say take you shopping. You can say, oh my gosh, my favorite store is having a sale. I need to go check it out tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you know, I just ran out of my favorite perfume. I think I need to pick a few things up. Then ask him about malls where he lives. I don't know if you're from Texas. It's like, oh, you know, there's like, you know, I really love getting out, going to such and such place and, you know, picking up a few things because I like nice things. I like to look good for, say, you like to look good for your man, da 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 da. You know, they know it costs money to look good. What should you wear if you want to attract a provider man at an upscale hotel 4 seasons? Nothing. You don't go to the upscale hotels unless there's some type of event happening. You know what I'm saying? I always tell women, stay out of hotels unless you're at a convention or at some type of event. I think that's like, there's so many other places you can go. Oh, thank you, Shorty T, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. She wrote, what advice would you give to someone that has been 4 or 5 year relationship, then he forces you to have an abortion and then try to, girl, and nobody can force you to do nothing, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And honestly, if you're with that type of man from the start, he doesn't even like you anyway. You're just with him to pass time by. Okay. That man don't love you. You're just the placeholder. Okay. 4 or 5 years, you ain't got no ring, you ain't got no marriage license. He ain't trying to fully 100% provide. He forces you to do stuff that you don't want to do. He don't love you. You're just the placeholder that he controls. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Understand who you are so that you can recreate yourself and become who you want to be without that person. Okay. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, I do. It's not late where I am. It's not that late where I am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, can you give some examples of only giving 25%? I never said 25%, and if I do, I changed it to 10. Only giving 10%. Ain't no 25 no more. It's inflation. Okay? Giving 10% of what they give you. That means they got to do a lot more just to get 10%. Whatever clip you found from 1825 or whatever clip you found from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it's 10% now. It might be 5% in a few years from now. But as the men get worse, we give less, okay? So whatever clip you found that on floating around from my YouTube 10 years ago, it's 10% now. The funniest thing, y'all are literally watching clips when people repost the stuff. If y'all are on my real Instagram or my real TikTok, y'all are watching stuff from 10 years ago. Fashion has changed. People have changed. The economy has changed. A lot of stuff has changed from the last time that some of them videos were put out. And y'all are watching clips from 10 years ago. Okay? You said you still a hoe, but I still ain't broke. Okay? And you still broke. Last time I checked, hoes was winning. Thank you, Autumn Sprinkle Sprinkle. Y'all just bad because nobody want to see y'all ugly, crusty, dusty butts on OnlyFans. Y'all just mad because nobody gonna pay y'all to swing around on the pole in some stripper heels. Y'all are just mad because men aren't in y'all DMs begging for pictures and to take you out on dates. Y'all are mad because y'all don't have the type of resources that we have at our fingertips. Men are jealous of women and they want to call them out their name because they can't afford them. And I guarantee you, if you were born a female, you'd be a hoe too. And I'm not saying women are hoes. I'm just saying you would definitely be one. What would be the resolution for a young woman looking to marry rich? What do you mean the resolution? Go to the rich side of town, ma'am. Hang out on the rich side of town until you meet rich people. Stay over there. Stay on the rich side of town. Stay in the nice shopping center. Stay in the gyms where on the rich side of town. Run your errands on the rich side of town. Go out on the rich side of town. Do everything. Volunteer on the rich side. Just get over there, make friends, and get money. Meet people, okay? Whoever your circle is that's who you're probably going to marry within anyway. Okay? Get over there on the rich side of town, and you're probably going to eventually meet people over there. That's how you marry rich. Get over there with the rich people at. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's very, very easy. Just get over there. Okay. What's your New Year's resolution? To stay as fabulous as I've always been and improving each day. And to get more money and to make sure my children are well taken care of and make sure that I take care of myself and that I'm happy and my kids are happy and that we're all thriving and happy and together. I mean, that's my New Year's resolution for every year. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said like you're literally so poor that you resorted in selling your body. That's not the same thing because men want it for free. And it's not selling your body if you know that you're valuable and you don't have to give it up at all. And people will spend money if you don't even give it up. It's not being a hoe, it's being smart. There are women out here that haven't slept with a man and has collected thousands and thousands of dollars. Y'all call it being a hoe because y'all can't do it. It's not being busy, too available, a turnoff. Yeah, it's a major turnoff. Okay. Because remember, sometimes men only want to use you for certain things. And if you're not available to be used for certain things, especially if they're not compensating you for anything, yes, it's a turnoff because it means you have no life and nobody else wants you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So a lot of these men are mad because you can literally collect thousands of dollars without even sleeping with them. And a lot of these men, you know, they would sell, a lot of these men do sell their body. They're called gay for pay. A lot of these so-called straight men are gay for pay. So they know the deal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I missed a super chat. Happy birthday, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone says it's their birthday. What do you mean a placeholder? Okay, you know how you know what a placeholder is. It's not the permanent thing. It's like something that's there temporarily until what they really want arrives. So if you're a placeholder, that means you're not the woman that they really want. You're just there until they find the woman that they really want. You're just there filling the space until they find the woman they want. Yeah, they use you until they don't want you anymore and they find the one that they do want. It's called being a placeholder. A stand-in, exactly. We don't do that. If you can't meet our standards, then we don't be with you. That's how you avoid being a placeholder, if they don't meet your standards. Okay. Okay, you said you're definitely used up. Well, what are you? Are you a virgin, newbie, Loki? Are you a virgin? Or do you have no experience? Is it too small to show out to the women that you really like? Okay. What are you? How many times have you been successful in getting what you want from women? Okay. How many times has a woman told you yes? Exactly. Not that many, huh? Tips on glowing up. Make yourself a priority. Invest in yourself. Make that a priority. Because you know, women who take care of themselves attract men who want to take care of them. You said I'm already at the wall? And you still don't have a chance. I'll be 50 years old and you still won't have a chance. The sad thing is, some of y'all young men who don't have enough money, y'all can't even afford a 50-year-old woman or a 20-year-old woman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said I'm married and paid. Yeah, I sure am. But even if I wasn't, at 50, I still wouldn't mess with no dust. Think about this. A 50-year-old woman will reject you because you're broke. A 20-year-old woman will reject you because you broke. A 30-year-old woman will reject you because you broke. A 40-year-old woman will reject you because you're broke. A 25-year-old woman will reject you because you broke. A 26-year-old woman will reject you because you're broke. A 60-year-old woman will reject you because you're broke. Okay, so either way, no matter how old a woman is, she's going to reject you because you're broke. No matter which way you look at it. You can't get nothing old, you can't get nothing young. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said all those ages you named are describing yourself. Yes, it is a privilege to age. I am glad that I am old. I'm very glad. Some people didn't make it. Some people died. But I'm here and I'm going to stay here. And I'm going to continue to age because that's a privilege. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You met wealthy men all the time, but I can't seal the deal. I reside in NYC. What am I doing wrong? Girl, maybe because you in NYC. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe you got to go for older. I don't know, ma'am. They say dating in NYC is hard, so maybe you got to go for older. Should you pretend business if your day isn't full? Yeah, fake it till you make it. Or say stuff that like you want them to do for you in the future. Like, oh, I think I might have to go to, get a facial, and then I have to go to the, volunteer. Girl, make up some lies. Then I'm going to have coffee with my friend, catch up on that. Like, just fill in the blanks with stuff that makes you look like you live a life of leisure and you're used to the finer things. Then I have to go return something to like a nice store. Like, say something, just fill it up with some stuff that ain't even real. Just make it sound good, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. All right. If a man have to talk about your appearance every time he's upset with you, is he insecure about himself? Like, what is he saying about your appearance? Is he downing it? Because I would just counteract with, well, other men find me very attractive. I have no problem with other men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, okay, you might be mad, but he ain't, and he thinks I'm cute. So that's all you gotta say. Like, well, other men don't think I'm ugly. Other men find me very attractive, so. Oh, well. God don't have a problem with my looks. You don't drink other ways to meet men. Don't drink. You don't have to have a real drink. You could get a mocktail or whatever. You said, why some billionaires date average looking Pikmishas? Because they're going to date several and they need the money to spread around. And they're going to have a cute one, an average one. They're going to have lots of different ones. And also, maybe they've already dated some of those types of women. Maybe they're just dating for fun. You know, maybe they have more than one. I mean, if literally, a billionaire can literally have all types of women. So you can date whoever you want. Just like a very attractive woman can date anybody she wants. Same thing with a billionaire. You said all they do is listen to red pill energy to make them feel better about their dustiness instead of hustling to get the multiple streams of income. It's true. You know, but they say a lot of people like making excuses rather than finding solutions to their problems. So poverty-minded people like excuses. Wealthy-minded people like solutions. So it's just going to tell you that they're broke or not by their mentality. All you got to do is have one conversation with a man to know if he's dusty or not. So if they make a lot of excuses, if they seem not to like women or want to impress women, they're usually dusty. Okay. You said too many men out think they're the prize and they're the feminine one in the relationship. Maybe they're the prize to another man or to a Pikmisha or to a masculine woman. But by nature, the woman is the prize. So if you're going by nature, the man is never going to be the prize. If you're going against nature, perhaps. You said these dusties want to be the women so bad. And they can be. It's very easy and more acceptable now more than ever. But don't expect to be treated like a man if you're not acting like one. Okay. What if the man is a super attracted celebrity? Is he still the prize? Is he still the prize? Not if he finds a woman he likes. Let me ask you a question. If a man was a attractive celebrity and he likes a woman, isn't she the prize still if he wants to impress her? If he wants to marry her, if he wants to provide for her, isn't she still the prize? Okay. You said seek Jesus, sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, a lot of pastors seek Jesus and they also seek money every Sunday with the collection plate. So I think I'm good. Okay. I don't think Jesus wants y'all to be broke and dating dusties either. Okay. Like if Jesus was alive in this day and age, and if y'all believe in all of that, he would tell you the same thing. Do not date broke. Don't be a fool. He would say, don't be a fool and date broke dusties. That's what he would tell you. Okay. I can feel it. I don't think Jesus wants you to be broke. Because as soon as y'all broke, they ain't got no money, what y'all praying to Jesus for? Money. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. And if Jesus send y'all a sugar daddy or a man, be thankful, okay? Pray to Jesus for a sugar daddy. I don't care how you do it, just get it done. Don't be dating nothing broke, though. I know y'all ain't out here praying to Jesus for no dust. So if you pray to Jesus and if you want people to pray to Jesus, that's what they're going to pray for, a provider. They ain't praying for no dust. believe. Thank you, Mandy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you say you have plans, would he still ask me out? You have to suggest another date. You have to say, you know what, I have plans that night, but what about such and such night? What advice do you have for a woman who prioritizes feelings? Don't. That's my advice. Don't. You gonna look stupid in the end. Prioritize what you feel is most important. If you feel feelings are most important, let me ask you a question. Do you think men think feelings are most important? Have you ever met a man who thought feelings were the most important thing? Let me just ask you that. So you're going to go into dating and you're going to go into dealing with a man who doesn't think that feelings are the most important things. They do not think that. So why would you enter into any type of relationship or dating with having feelings as your priority? That's the dumbest thing you can do. Have standards. That's the smartest thing you could do. Thank you, Marie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because if that man has true feelings for you, he will meet your standards. Okay? That means provider, gentleman, generous, kind, whatever you need him to be. If he considers your feelings, he's going to meet your standards. If he wants to date you or impress you. So if your feelings are the number one thing, you're literally wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're literally inviting people in to disappoint you. Literally. You should have something else higher up on that list. Because to me, that means you take everything personally. And if you take everything personally, you're going to take everything personally. And that ain't good. Okay. Most young men and most men in general roll their eyes at all your emotions and feelings. Okay? They're literally rolling their eyes and just doing what they got to do to get what they want. Should you say you're in debt or that you live at home? No, you should never tell somebody that. That means it makes you look irresponsible. And if they're way, way older than you and your debt is menial and it's not even really debt to them, because like, think about this. If you're dating an older guy and your debt is like $2,000, to an old man, that's nothing. You know what I mean? But if it's like a lot, don't tell them that. If it's menial compared to what they earn and how much they have, yeah. Boyfriend is influenced by his sister what to do. Tell him to go date his sister. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he keeps talking about his sister, says, well, you need to go date your sister because I need to find somebody who has their own mind. I would tell him straight up like that. I'm not getting ready to deal with no extra people in the relationship. Either you dating me or you dating your sister. Which one is it? Like, I'm literally just going to say that because I don't care. And usually when you put it that way, they understand and they change or they dismiss you or you dismiss them. I'm not getting ready to people please. I'm not getting ready to put up with no BS. I'm saying, look at here. Either you dating her or you dating me. You choose. Oh, you asked about feelings for a friend because she actually smart and cunning, so hate to see her being dumb. I prioritize money. Okay, well, thanks for clearing that up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry your friend is not in her right mind at this time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She's probably just infatuated. Okay? That'll wear off as soon as he mess up. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Look, y'all women who are dealing with men who keep bringing their family members into the relationship, just tell them straight up, I'm not dealing with this. Either you dating them or you dating me. Figure it out. Okay? It's 2025. We ain't playing with stupid stuff no more. We're not playing stupid games no more. Okay? If he want to be influenced by his sister and all this other stuff, then tell him that this, you know, y'all have fun together. Okay, you gonna go find somebody that has their own mind. For real, because I'm not getting ready to deal with all that stupid stuff. Don't deal with that in 2025. Mm-hmm. It says, show us the fit, look professional. Well, I'm wearing a Ralph Lauren sweater, button up, and knee-length denim skirt, and some Tory Burch brown boots that go up to just below my knee. I'm looking very preppy today. Okay. You get a lot of looks, but mostly Dusty's approach. I'm super pretty, but I think I turn guys off by sounding too smart or being too nice. Okay, well then don't be too nice and don't be too smart. Play dumb and only hang around nice areas of town where there are no Dusties. You said I look like I'm going to a job interview. Well, good thing I don't have no job interview. I was going shopping today and I was trying to look preppy. My daughters were dressed cute, so I had to dress cute too. Okay. If you're attracting Dusties, it's because you're where Dusties are. You got to get to where there aren't any Dusties. Okay. And you don't, like, if you're in an area where there's dust, you don't count any of those people that approach you if they're dusty. You don't count them. You don't even acknowledge them. Okay. You're just, oh, you know, just lie. Say you got a boyfriend or something. And when you get to the nice areas, then you pay more attention. Thank you. You said I look cute. Thank you, Miss J. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that, girl. Yeah, I'm in my bathroom because like someone's out there, my daughter's out there, and she's doing something, and I don't want to disturb her. So it was either that or not go live at all. So. He said she looks like a job. This is like just a sweater, a little Ralph Lauren sweater and a Ralph Lauren shirt, and I have on a denim skirt and some like knee-high boots. I'm just cute, that's all. Thank you. Uh-oh, hold on. You're black. Do guys like natural hair or hard wig? Girl, they like anything moving. Sprinkle, sprinkle. As long as they have money, it don't matter. I always say experiment. Go to the rich side of town wearing your natural hair. Go to the rich side of town wearing your wig. Go to the rich side of town doing a whole nother hairdo and see which one is more beneficial to you as far as getting the attention that you're seeking. How do you seem nicer? Men can tell that I don't like them. Well, don't like them like their money. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. When you go to work, a lot of times people don't like their job, but they like their paycheck. So they got to act and fake and pretend. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You might not like your boss, but you got to pretend to, right? It's the same thing. If you don't like them and they're not reaching your standards, move on to the next one. Thank you, Alyssa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think a lot of women may not like the idea of why the man is approaching them a lot of times, because I don't think it's not the men you don't like, it's the idea of why they're approaching you. Usually women start to dislike men when every time a man approaches them, it's for the wrong reason, you know, to subtract from them, to take from them. You may not like that because you're a feminine woman. And if a man is only showing up to take from you or to, you know, to trick you in some sort of way, then that's probably what you don't like. You don't like those type of men. Those are boys. Men are providers. You like men. You don't like boys. Okay? You like a man that's going to say, hey, I like you. I want to impress you. I want to be generous and be a provider to you. And I want to show you that I really like you. That's a man. You don't like boys. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So stay away from boys and only focus on being around areas where there are plenty of men. Okay? Okay, found me a couple of years ago. You was a Pikmisha. I cured you. Listened to you daily. You're in your sleep to reprogram my ways. Leveled up. Thanks, Shira. Oh, thank you, Marie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm so glad. You know, not a Pikmisha no more. Congratulations. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Thank you, girl, for this super chat. Okay, Jay says, you're right. I have no problem with a man. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can you stop being so jealous even when your man looks at someone? I get mad or think about his exes. Okay, you're young and you're trying to claim a man instead of a lifestyle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, the man can leave at any time. But if you target a man for the lifestyle that he can give you and the money he can give you and the businesses you can start with that money and the savings you can build with that money that he's giving you in your own account, you won't be so focused on the man. You'll be focused on yourself and your money. And whatever that man decides to do, he's going to do it anyway, no matter what you going to do. Okay? So you might as well get his money and build yourself. And if he ever does do something that you don't like or makes you jealous and stupid and crazy, remember, you're now focused more on him than you are on yourself, and you're putting him as the priority and the prize versus yourself, and that's why you're jealous, because you're not the priority or the prize anymore because you're putting him above you. That's why. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you need to focus on. If he ain't worried about you, you with the wrong man. If he's not contributing to you, if you're not getting his money, if you're not stacking his money and not spending yours, you with the wrong man. If he ain't worried about you leaving him for a richer man, you're with the wrong man. He's the prize in that relationship if you're that jealous. Remember, it's a form of insecurity, like you can't do better or go get better. So you need to stop that real quick. A lot of it is cultural too. Like some people, they take relationships to the extreme level of seriousness, and it ain't that serious. Okay? Readjust your thinking. You are the prize. If he's not giving you no money and you have other people in your DMs that you can go out with that look better than him, that make more money than him, that do everything better than him, then why are you jealous? You said you don't want none of these women? Well, you in here for the men? 49er fan text, you in here for the man? I knew it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said he don't want none of these women. I don't blame you, sir. If you ain't got no money, you can't afford none of these women. Are you in here for the man? Are you in here to protect the money you ain't got from these women that you don't want? What is it? Or did you just like my thumbnail when you clicked on it? I'm flattered. All right, whatever it is, I don't care. You'll click and abuse. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Okay. Y'all are silly. Anyway, what jobs do I recommend while leveling up? Any job that allows you to stay feminine. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can you adopt my attitude? Stop caring about what other people think and go for lifestyle. He hasn't asked to see you in 2 weeks, but steady texting you. Don't answer his text back until he's asking to see you or to buy you something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What age group for men should we be looking for? The age of the man that's gonna pay your bills with no questions. Whatever age that is for you. It could be a different age for different women. How do you stop caring about what people think? If they're not paying your bills, it don't matter anyway. Like, why do you care what they think? If you're a people pleaser and you live to please other people, that's your job. And I don't have a job. My job is not to people please. My job is to make sure that I have what I want in my life and live in the life that I want. My job is not people pleasing. I don't get paid to people please, so I don't people please. So if you're people pleasing for free, that's on you. That's how you not care what people think. It doesn't benefit you. Okay? Like I'm telling you, look, if your job title is people pleaser and you're not getting paid, you're just a volunteer. I don't people please. I don't care what people think. I do what I want. They either accept it or they don't, or they move on. That's just how it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jay. You're 27. Do you have time to meet a provider? Yes, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You still young? Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, how do you stop people pleasing? Start person pleasing. Pleasing yourself as a person. Doing things you want to do, saying what you want to say, living how you want to live, doing what you want to do. Be a self-pleaser. Okay? That's how. You're 33 and 53 okay, or 53 man too young? It's 53-year-old man paying bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how you know. When they can pay your bills, that's the age you need. All right. If he can afford to pay your bills plus more, that's the age, okay? Does he make enough to pay your bills, his bill, and give you extra money and do what y'all need to do? Great. Mm-hmm. You said best response for being called GD. Thank you. I'm glad you're observant. Because I ain't messing with no broke to broke. All right. I'm glad you're observant. That's the answer. Thank you, Alicia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a compliment these days, y'all. Being called a gold digger is a compliment. That means you have high standards and you don't date broke men. That's all that means. You're not gonna settle for less. You ain't gonna be dealing with nothing broke. Do we have side pieces if our other needs are not met? Only if that side piece is rich. I'm telling y'all, don't lay down with nothing broke. Because if you wake up pregnant, then you got to deal with dust. So only lay down, if you're going to have a side piece, make sure he got money too. You didn't respond to man. He told me he only had $30. Well, girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. Bless his heart. What do you do if he tries to emotionally manipulate you? Tell him it ain't working. Say, I'm sorry, but your attempt to emotionally manipulate me is failing. So just give me some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would just tell him straight up, look, your attempt to emotionally manipulate me is not working. I'll just give me the money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's exactly what I'm going to say. You said, what do you provide? Nothing for no man. Why would a woman provide for a man? That's Pikmisha. Okay. Are you emotionally damaged? No, I'm emotionally intelligent. That's why I don't fall for the okie doke. Okay. Are you financially damaged? Okay. What do I say when he asks me what I do for work? Name the boringest thing you can think of, so don't ask you no more details about it. All right? And make sure it don't pay a lot of money. Believe me, they won't ask much more after it sounds so boring. Find the boringest title of the lowest paying job you can figure. I work remote from home, doing something boring, whatever. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to deal with husband that lies. All men lie, so just deal with them the same way except get their money. Your man stopped paying bills. He bought the house. Okay, good for him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find another one on the side that pay bills. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said you had better become the man you're looking for. Congrats. Well, you could become the man you're looking for and get one that's better with more money. Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to fully understand how men work and how to utilize it for your benefit? Not that long, ma'am. They're very simple to figure out. They only want one thing and they lie. That's very simple. I don't know how y'all hadn't figured it out sooner. And the broke ones want three things. The one thing that every man wants, then they want you to provide or go 50-50 with them, or they want you to be their mama. So the broke ones want a little bit more. It's very simple. Y'all overthink too much. That's all men want. And they can't get it for free or they can't get it for cheap, they get mad. And then that's when they start to try to manipulate and emotionally manipulate you when they can't get what they want from you. Unless they come with the money and the lifestyle. That's literally how simple it is. Y'all are literally overcomplicating it. So you have a man, he's your boyfriend. He wouldn't be with you if you wasn't sleeping with him. That's number one. But you would be with him even though he ain't paying bills. That's number two. So right there, uneven, unbalanced. Okay. You said women want us to be their fathers too. Well, the last time I checked, when you walk down the aisle at your wedding, your father actually gives you away to the husband, as now you are his financial responsibility. Yes, when you get married, the father, if the father is still in the woman's life, gives you away as the responsibility to the husband. So yes, men are providers and protectors. If you don't want to be a man, just say you don't want to be a man. Simple as that. Okay? A lot of men don't like being born men because they have responsibilities that go with that. And the pressure is too much. So they cop out and become losers. I mean, so who cares? Just don't get with those type of men. You can tell in the first conversation that you have if it's a man or a boy. Okay, Alicia, sprinkle, sprinkle. So you want your boyfriend to buy you a car. How do I get him to do that? Ask him. Ask him. That's how you get him to do it. And if he doesn't do it, tell him you'll find another way and spend less time with him. Self-explanatory. Mm-hmm. No woman would act like this with me, baby girl. Okay, I'm sure they won't. You used to Pikmisha now. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Think about this. The type of, just think about this. If you're born into a privileged household and your parents literally spoiled you and gave you everything you want, and then you go out there to date, do you really think that that woman is going to settle for dust? No. That woman is not settling for dust. She's like, well, my dad did this. My mom did that. You're not doing enough. We're not thriving. I need to, it costs hundreds of dollars to take you out for one day. Thousands if you go certain places. You know what I'm saying? If you are used to that lifestyle, you can't date broke. It's just going to be impossible. The man is never going to impress you or please you. Or you're constantly going to have more than one. So just think about that. A lot of men like to date women that came from poverty or that don't expect much or don't think that they deserve anything. But a lot of men who like women that are attractive, pretty, and maybe have been spoiled, they find that their standards are too high sometimes and they can't reach them standards. So it just depends on where how you grew up, the type of man that you're going to date, the type of man that want to date you. You have the discussion, you tell them your standards. If they can't meet them, they can't meet them. There's no love lost. It's just you don't meet them. It's not a battle. It's not, oh, you're this and you're that. No, you don't meet the standards, goodbye. It's just like a job. If you don't meet the job qualifications, you don't get the job. That's simple. Very easy. Okay. Yes, there's no argument there. You don't meet it, you don't get it. Okay. You said, should we lie and say we grew up in a privileged household if that's what you need to do? I mean, or you can just have high standards and say no. I mean, whatever you need to do it. But I mean, some people don't have to lie about that. They can just say no. Or some people can lie and say, I grew up in a privileged household. I didn't take trash and scraps. Whatever you need to do. Okay. You said women are a dime a dozen, and a man will pay a dime and a dozen. A man will still pay, no matter how cheap the woman is. Okay, men will get their passport stamps to go to a third world country to pay for a woman because their money is worth more somewhere else, but they still paying. All right? No matter how you put it, you got to have some money somewhere somehow, okay? Thank you, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Okay. And the funny thing is, a man will say a woman is a dime a dozen until he starts to get to a certain age. And when he gets to that age, and the women don't want to deal with him no more, and he's too broke to impress anybody for his age, that's when they start getting real upset at everybody. That's when they start to try to go get them passports and date within their tax bracket. You said women's value decline as they age. Okay, how much is your mama worth? Okay, because the women's value only decline because you can't afford them anymore. So they're no longer valuable to you because you can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you're dating a 25-year-old Ike, you could take her shopping at Forever 21 and she's going to give you a hug and a kiss, and she may even give you some. You could take her to Cheesecake Factory next door. Okay? But when you marry or dating somebody, 30, 35, they're going to want trips, vacations, mortgage, cars, you know, the finer things in life, vacations. They're not gonna want what the 25-year-old wants. You're gonna have to level up your bank account to date older. So you see, a woman will lose value to you because you can't impress her after the age of 25. Do you understand? Because there are plenty of beautiful women that are 25 and up who you can't impress with your current paycheck. And so in order for you to deal with that mentally in your mind, you have to say that they're no longer valuable to you, but they're valuable to billionaires and millionaires everywhere else. So just say that you can't afford them. Okay? All right. Anywho. You said at 6'3" you can have you for free. At 6'3", I'm 6'3" in heels. You can't have me for free. Sorry. I'm 5'9" with no shoes on. You're gonna have to try harder than that. I've dated taller men than 6'3". Anyway. Put them heels on, you're gonna be sad. You said richest man in the world, his wife met him at 50. Okay. You're 5'10" in heels, okay, yes. Yes, I'm tall when I put on the heels, baby. So you can't have nothing at 6'3" over here. Maybe over there, but not over here. I already got kids that's tall. I don't need your DNA. You got some money? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay. And if you don't, if you're 6'3" and broke, that just look real dusty. You ever seen a broke tall person? That's just super dusty. You ever seen a tall person in old clothes that's worn out and shoes that's ran over? If you're 6'3", you gotta be dressed at all times. Okay, you can't be wearing no basketball shorts that look like Gucci Daddy shorts. You can't be walking around in shoes that barely fit no more. You gotta be fresh. And 6'3" is nothing to a woman that's very tall already. Okay, you could be like 6'5". Sprinkle, sprinkle. 6'5", maybe, but not no 6'3". And you gotta have some type of career to go with that height. You can't just be tall for no reason. Okay, you 6'5", 6'3", and you work at McDonald's, we don't care. Okay? You 6'3", you work at the warehouse because you can reach the top shelf, we don't care. All right? What you 6'3" doing for real? Okay. Ain't nothing worse than reaching in your wallet to pay 50-50 on a date with a 6'3" man. What? Why would you ever? Girl, that makes you even a super Pikmisha. Can you imagine? Oh, my man 6'3", let me reach in my wallet. Sir, you're tall enough to reach for more ambition. Get you some money. Okay. Dusty seas. Yeah, it's tall and broke don't go together. Pick a struggle. Okay. You said women are so superficial. Yes, we are. Thank you for being observant. Now go do what we need you to do. Get the money. Because if we have to deal with you for real, I say this in almost every video. Like if men had to really please women and they didn't have any money, you'd be literally doing the impossible. You couldn't do it. Okay? You got these men who are 6'3", driving around in hatchbacks, talking about they the prize. Ain't got no money. Be hunched over trying to drive like this. Okay. Mm-mm. You gotta have some money with that height, sir. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The men don't need to be, the men aren't mad at me, they're mad at themselves. I just show them the mirror. Like, cause ain't nothing I'm saying is a lie. Right? So they ain't mad at me. Mm-hmm. That literally, we're just girls. Exactly. I mean, I could sugarcoat it and say it nice, but what's the point of that? Mm-hmm. 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 The Dusties have you on notify. Okay, they didn't click the notification bell. Okay, that's nice. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. What if he's different on text than in person? Well, as long as he's generous, it don't matter. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Does he spend more in person? Okay. Most people are different when you meet them online. It's not their real personality. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, make a list of stuff that you're seeking. So you don't just find whatever laying on the ground, left somebody's leftovers. You got to have standards. Is it more important to be rich or generous? Well, first of all, if you're rich and you're not generous, it's the same thing as being broke. To the woman anyway. If you're not sharing, you're not caring. All right? So if you can afford to be generous, if you're financially responsible and able to afford to be generous, that's good, yes. But if you're rich and not generous, then it doesn't matter to the woman. It's just you might as well be dating broke. So women tend not to date men who aren't generous. Okay. I always tell women this. Look, if you're struck by status versus being a man being generous, then date both. Date a generous man and a man for status. Look, you can do both. If you're just dating a man because of his status and he's rich, but he's not spending on you, great. Date him and date one that's maybe makes less than him, but very generous and will buy you what you need. The generous man who makes less money may pay all your bills while the rich man is just a status symbol. Who cares? Social climb with the rich man who doesn't spend anything, gets spoiled by the generous man. It doesn't matter. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You could have both. Why choose one when you could have both? If you can find the best of both worlds, and can find a generous rich man, then do that. But sometimes these men don't want to spend, so get another one. At the same time, one will spend and one will be your status symbol. Who cares? You can say, oh, I'm dating this rich man, da 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 da. And I'm dating this generous man. You don't have to tell all your business. Just do what's best for you. Okay? He said, you can have it all, girl. Welcome to utopia. And we're getting very close to it. Mm-hmm. So, get it. Mm-hmm. You said, why are Dusties in the chat? Girl, I don't know. They're where they feel comfortable among women. Mm-hmm. You said the Dusties beat you here, goddess? Well, I read, girl, they got that notification on, girl. As soon as I go live, they phone start buzzing wherever they at, girl. They gotta go stop and find some free Wi-Fi somewhere to get up on here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I know they like it though. They like it when I talk trash to them. I don't know why they do. They literally like it. I don't know why. They just do. Okay. You said because they mama did? Okay, well, whatever. Would you date other ethnicity? I dated Benjamin Franklin. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, how am I going to be against other ethnicities when all the men on the presidents are Caucasian? All the presidents on dollar bills and hundreds and 50s and 20s is Caucasian. How am I going to discriminate? Okay. When I was younger, I did not discriminate. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She's single and leading all you women straight. Why do y'all think I'm single? Because I look good? They always think attractive women are single. Only old, ugly women can be married? Well, it's not true. See, y'all see the stereotype that men think single women look like? They think you don't wear makeup. They think you're low level looking. They think you are not the prize. They think you're somewhere cooking in somebody's kitchen. This is the stereotype that men think married women are. Just because I look good and I'm sitting up here talking to women and telling them how to get the bag do not mean I'm single. Okay? But that's how men think. They think if you're smart, if you have your own mind, if you know how to get money, if you telling women not to fall for the okie doke, that you're single and you're jaded and you want every woman to be single. No, I'm married. For 17 years. I'm trying to teach the women how to get the bag, start their business, get their money, build their accounts. They could get married if they want to or not. It don't even matter. But the fact that men think that I'm single shows women right there where men think you should be and what they think you should be listening to. How to keep a man who doesn't deserve you? No. How to cook and clean for some man who's probably out there doing the worst? No, that's number 2, no. How to put everybody first except for yourself? No. Married women are not doing that crap anymore. Sorry. Even married women wake up. Married women aren't doing the least for the most anymore. Okay? Or single women. So get that through your head. You said being a single is only an insult to men. It is. Because y'all are the ones that are perusing dating sites, begging women to go out to eat and be seen in public with you. Taking your little paycheck and spending it on her dinner because you don't want to eat alone. Women can go and have free dinner every night of the week at top restaurants if we want to. We don't care about being single. We single to mingle. Y'all care about it. Men care about it. When you're sick, ain't nobody there to take care of you. When you want to go out to eat to a nice restaurant, you tired of driving through the drive-thru. You want to get dressed up and take a woman out to look like you got something going for yourself. Then you get into DMs or you get on them dating sites and you beg women to take them out to eat. Okay? And you don't want to do nothing else but take them out to eat because you're a lonely person trying to find company for dinner. Okay? Only men care about being single. Only men don't want to say dinner for one. Only men care about going out with a big group of guys sitting at a fine dining restaurant looking gay. We could do that with women. Or we can go to brunch, we can go to dinner, we can go for drinks all day, every day. Y'all care about that kind of stuff. Women don't, because we can have a date every day of the week and eat free every day. We can go shopping too if we want to. We can get them bills paid as well. So, who really is losing by being single? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You say you're dating a rich, successful man, but he's stingy. Am I his type and he's attractive? Is there something I can do? Yeah, you can date another man who's got money, who's more generous at the same time. That's what you can do. Y'all stop dealing with one and start dealing with some. I keep telling y'all. There ain't nothing you can do but date another one who has more money, or money to spend, or money to spare, or money to give because they're generous. You can't keep trying to squeeze something out of something that's not going to give you. Date two. Trying to tell y'all. Date one for status. Date one for their generosity. Because you're not going to get anywhere just dating one and he ain't giving you nothing. Okay? They get mad because you're dating other men and they want to have that discussion. Tell them why. You're not generous enough. I like provider men. You're not a provider type. You may have status, you may got money, but you don't have, generosity. Just tell them that. Just be blunt. Be like, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to build a stronger emotional connection with a provider man if he hasn't been. Girl, that's not your job, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That is not your job to build some emotional connection. That's not your job. The more they spend, the more emotionally attached they get in their investment. Okay? That's all you got to do. Make them spend. Okay. Remember, y'all need to stop thinking certain ways and start thinking as yourself as the prize. Okay. Yes, a relationship is built only in one way. You're right. Yes. Okay. You work at a. Okay. Thank you for telling people to follow me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Mm-hmm. You said too many players. Okay, well, just be a provider. You don't have to worry about players. If you're a man, be a provider. Do your job. You don't have to worry about no game. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you have to shave your head to wear a wig? I don't think so. Like, I think that's some women's choice because they don't want to deal with their own hair. And some women have their own hair. And they wear both. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know, ma'am, sir. Why don't you ask the women that you see out? Ask them if they bald under there. I don't know. You said you only provide for the maid who cleans your house. Well, that's good. If that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. It's better to have someone that can clean your house that you pay them than, your house being dirty. I'm all for it. I like maids. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you do if your whole family thinks like pygmies and looks down on provided for women? Ask them if they want to go on vacation and they got to pay and see what they say. Tell them you're going on vacation this year, and if they want to come, let you know so they can book their tickets in advance. See what they say. Tell them you want to all go on a cruise and to get their money up so that they can join you. See what they say. Tell them you want to go shopping and go to the spa and wish that they could join you and see what they say. All right. Okay, when they start having a problem with you, start asking them to do stuff that they can't afford with you. And see what they say. Start telling them, girl, my man gave me some money to go to the spa. You want to go? You got some money? Oh, no, you can't? Okay, well, have fun at work. Bye. Like, who cares? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you found a girl when I was just paying bills and now I'm financially better and now I can get rid of her. Good. Placeholders aren't to stay forever. Pikmishas aren't to be with Dusties forever. Dusties don't stay with Pikmisha forever. I've already said that earlier in the video. Date within your tax bracket. Date what you can afford. Pikmisha and Dusties are not permanent positions. People change. That's why you don't invest emotionally in a broke man. And you don't build no man. Yeah, like all the cake that what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, but they don't think it's funny. Well, it's not supposed to be funny. If you're Dusty and you're leveling up and moving on, it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to wake her up so that she doesn't fall for the okie doke again. Hey, Shira, what are your thoughts on speed dating events in rich areas versus going to happy hour at a bar? Happy hour is probably better. Speed dating looks very desperate, in my opinion. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever bought Chanel on Home Shopping Network or QVC or TikTok Shop? Why? Because it's not going to cheapen itself to that level. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said that's for old people. I don't think it's for any people that, have pride. I'm sorry. Like, to me, that's the ultimate level of desperation, and I would never do that. Like, why would you sign up for speed dating? That's saying you failed at everything else. Okay. It's like you're at your last resort and nobody wants you, so you have to speed through dating. To me, if someone signs up for speed dating, they don't even take dating seriously. They don't take courtship seriously, and they don't take relationships seriously if they sign up for speed dating. That's just my take on it. Anyway, you say you're always gonna be seen as the speed dater. Exactly. Yes, that's that lady I met speed dating. She was weird. Yeah. Don't be the speed dating lady. You said you almost went to one. Girl, that's the most desperate thing you can do. I'm sorry. Okay. Speeding your way into a dusty relationship, April says. Yes, don't do it. You said you could speed date by walking outside, okay? Mm-hmm. You said a relationship with Jesus is what a lot of people need, and all they're gonna do is pray for some dusty or some man to come and be the one. So, like, think about this. Y'all need a relationship with Jesus, God. Now, who did y'all pray for? Money and men, money and women, money in a relationship, money in to find the one, money in to find your soulmate, whatever. Y'all just making Jesus the middleman. Because everything y'all do is like, okay, I want to manifest this. I want to pray for this. I want to pray for that. All y'all gonna do is use him to get what you want anyway. What's the point? Most of y'all go to church to find men. Don't. So who cares? The focus is get what you're trying to get. Y'all just using him as the middleman. It don't even matter. Jesus, find me a man. Jesus, give me some money. Jesus, help me. Jesus, help me find a job. Jesus, help me find a man. Jesus, help me find a provider. Jesus, help me. Just go, you know what? Help yourself by leveling up. If Jesus was here, he'll tell you to level up and hang out on a rich side of town and get your money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did you, okay, Emily, do I still use it? Why? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why is that important? Why did you ask that 1,000 times? I must ask. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. Do you? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. But if you ask me something 1,000 times and I don't answer it, it's probably because I don't feel like answering it and it's not on the subject of the video. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said what? Look, y'all can ask whoever you need to find your provider, but what you need to do is go in the mirror and ask yourself what you need to do to improve yourself to get the type of lifestyle and the person you want. That's what you need to do. Okay? Yeah. Go to the mirror and look at yourself and say, what do I need to do to get what I need to get? And that's what you got to go do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said, is improving your education important too? Tell the girls to get that degree, LOL. I say start a business. If you can get a degree and start a business, great. I don't believe in working for other people forever because that's just a trap too. So get a degree or get a business. And you can use his money to pay for the degree or to pay for your startup money costs for your business. Yes, I always tell women to get their money. Have him pay for the degree, have him pay for your tuition, your books, have him pay for your business startup, whatever. If you can find the shortcut and get them to pay, great. I do believe in that. If you're going to be dating, well, you might as well be dating to benefit. Because if you're sitting here dating, struggling, trying to get a degree, struggling, trying to work, dealing with dust, that doesn't make sense. If a man enters your life, he enters to improve it. So if you're dating and you're getting your degree, that man better be paying something on it. He better be buying your books. He better be paying your tuition. Otherwise, you're wasting time that you could be doing, studying or starting a business. Okay. A lot of women in college or who are getting their degrees or trying to start business, they date men who are old enough or rich enough or generous enough to help them. Okay. You said that's why I'm alone on a Friday night? That sure is. That's why I'm alone. Mm-hmm. A person I know invited you to go out of town. I had no money and was not prepared. Okay. Well, they should have paid for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If they were a man, they definitely should have been paying. And you are not, if it was a woman, okay, different story. But if it's a man inviting you out, all stuff should be paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how do you stay strong in this world? I feel like a lack of sense of self and care too much what people think. Ma'am, if I had to care what people think, it would only be the things that they thought good of me. So if you're going to choose to care about what people think, only care about the good and what if they think of you in a good way. Don't think about the bad. So, I mean, there are more positive comments in my chat than there are bad ones. So I'm just going to go with that. But I get paid for every comment, whether it's good or bad. So I'm looking at the positive. Look at the positive in things. Try to make everything beneficial to yourself. If it's not benefiting you, don't care about it. If it's not beneficial to you in any way, don't care. Okay? Who cares? If it ain't beneficial, it don't matter. All right. That's how I roll. If it's not beneficial to me, I don't need to care about it. So, for example, everybody has opinions. Not everybody is going to agree on the exact same thing. So are you going to spend your life caring about other people's opinions? No. What if somebody just doesn't like your hair color? Are you going to lose sleep over that? What if someone just doesn't like your voice? Are you going to lose sleep over that? No, who cares? Nobody cares. If you care that much about what other people think, you should create a survey company online where you ask people what they think of stuff and benefit from it, ma'am. Like literally. Those people who care about what everybody thinks, they should do a survey. Start a survey company. Make some videos talking about what do you think of me and read all the comments and take everything personally. Why don't you do that? Do that until you don't care no more. All right. So make a video and tell people to tell you which they think of you in your comments. Then read every comment and see if you still care. Or create a survey company and ask people what they think and get money. Okay. You said, is being a psychologist a masculine job? Not really. I mean, there are tons of women out here that are psychologists already, and they don't even have a degree because they deal with so many dumb, stupid idiots that they literally probably figured out all the psychological mind games that people are playing, and they probably could get a degree in psychology if they took the test blind. So I would say most women are natural psychologists if they're smart and observant, because they can literally break down and analyze anything and read between the lines and know what people are really talking about. Okay. I just wouldn't tell people what I did for a living. Okay. Especially men. What do you think about a woman becoming a cult leader? I think many women are already cult leaders. They just don't call it a cult. Think about it. How many women follow certain influencers or women naturally? I think they're already cult leader women. They just don't call themselves that. Okay. You said what? For 18, okay, yeah, focus on your career, get money, go to college, and focus on God. Okay. Focus on whatever you need to focus on, but don't focus on nothing broke. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. How do you avoid answering what you do? Just lie. Or say something very vague. Like, if you're a psychologist, this is not a lie right here. I work in a if you're a psychologist, say I work in a psychologist's office. Is it a lie? Is it a lie? It's not a lie. But it's very vague. Okay. Say, oh, I work in a psychologist's office. What do you do? They don't know. You are the psychiatrist. You said, will men respect you if you say you do DoorDash on a bike? I don't think they will, ma'am. Don't tell nobody that, ma'am. Keep that to yourself. That's a story you tell your kids when you after you done sacrificed and worked hard, or you want them to act right and behave. You don't tell people that. You just keep that to yourself and remember the struggle when you dating. Okay? Only they rich, so you don't have to do that anymore. Okay. You said tips on how to act after a breakup if you want him to chase me. Girl, honestly, who broke up with who? Because if he broke up with you, I don't think he's trying to chase you. Just go start dating somebody else. That's how you get him to chase. Okay? You date somebody else, that's when they're going to start chasing, when they think they can't get you back. You broke up with him? Okay, well, give him a week to see if he'll chase. If not, start dating somebody else. If he doesn't chase you naturally on his own, he don't want you. Okay. You said she Botoxed out the game. Her face shows no. I don't have Botox, sir. Sorry. I just don't show emotion. Okay. Like, Dusties don't get under my skin. They're too broke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Are we sticking to the format from now on? No. After next week, I'll be back to the regular camera. It's just, the kids are out of school and they haven't gone back after New Year's. They'll be going back next week, or this week. You said, look at her. Does she look normal? I'm not supposed to look normal, sir. If I look normal, I wouldn't be doing what I do and living the life that I live. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not everybody gonna look like your mama. Okay? Yes. I don't show a lot of emotion because I don't care. Now, if you send some money, you might see some emotion. But send some money, watch. Whenever I see a super chat, the face change. Try it. Figure it out. Send some money and watch some emotion come across my face. I don't get excited over dust. I know Pikmisha and your mama might get excited over you, but I don't. Okay. How do I get to the point of being super unemotional? I treat emotions like money and I spend them accordingly. When it's deserved, when something allows me to react emotionally, it's beneficial to me. Okay? So, I treat emotions like money. I'm not spending it on people that aren't worthy. That's how you do it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, yeah. Men always try to talk about women's looks to bring them down to their level that they can't reach their standards. Sir, if I was bald-headed and 300 pounds, you still couldn't take me on a date. You don't have enough money. First of all, you know, if I was 300 pounds and bald, you still couldn't afford to feed me. You couldn't afford to take me out. You couldn't afford anything. You couldn't afford to pay no bills. Even if I was on your tax bracket level, I still wouldn't go out with you. You know? Still, you can call me the most ugliest, Botoxed up, whatever. You still can't afford to date me. Okay? You can even say I look like your mama, and I still wouldn't deal with you. Okay? So, sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, thank you, Celia. Is it worth it to get an expensive gym membership in order to meet a provider who is fit? It's worth it to get an expensive gym membership on the rich side of town. Yes, to mingle and meet all types of people. Definitely, yes, it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you can afford it, or if you find somebody else to pay for it. You know, some of these women out here getting men to pay for their gym memberships on the rich side of town to go meet richer men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said you are full of trash talk. Well, that's what I get paid to do, talk trash, sir. But at least it ain't lies. It's only talking trash to Dust. I talk trash because Dusties are mad, you know. It's okay. Dusties be mad at everything except, you know, when somebody tell them how to get some money, they even mad at that. Dusties will be mad at you for telling them how to get money. Dusties will be mad at you for telling them about several ways to get several streams of income. They will be mad at you for trying to help them. That's how dusty they are. So there's no talking to Dust. Either they man up or they stay dusty. It's up to them. We don't care, but we don't like dealing with them. Okay, you're learning. We are not mad. What are you learning? That you're dusty? What are you learning? That the women you can't afford will never deal with you? Fat, slim, skinny, old, or young? What are you learning over here? Just how dusty you really are? Is it giving you motivation to get up and go do something tomorrow? I mean, if that's what I do, then great. I'm happy that I'm giving you the motivations to become less dusty. I'm so glad. But remember, a woman don't want your dusty pockets. They don't. A woman is not gonna, and maybe you're here just in case you become successful in the future. And you are trying to watch out for women who want your money, but by then you're going to want to spend it on women because that's what you worked hard for, to be relevant to women that you weren't relevant to before. So you're going to see life as a whole different way when you get to a certain age. You're going to want to spend that money on women. You're not going to want to protect it like your last $20. You're going to want to spend it and show it off, and you're going to want to make your woman look good so that she represents you. You're not going to want to not spend your money on a woman once you get it and get older, okay? Because it's a flex. It's a status symbol to be able to spend money on a woman when you get older. When you're young, you don't have any money to spend on women. That's why it looks like you're a simp, because you don't have the money. I'm not talking to 25-year-old dudes who barely have 2 pennies to rub together. I'm talking about men who are claiming to be men. Y'all aren't supposed to be, you know, that's for the older men to do. That's for men who can afford the women. Okay, and a lot of men get mad because they can only deal with certain types of women. They can't deal with the type of women they really want. You should be focused on getting your money up so that eventually you can. A lot of women aren't going to deal with broke men. We have more standards, higher standards, okay? You can't be mad at women for having standards, just like we can't be mad at y'all for having preferences. We can't be mad at a man for not liking a woman for a certain look. That's just your preference. Our preference is just, provider. So it doesn't matter. Don't get mad at women because they prefer providers. Just go become one. Okay? You might be dating someone in about 5 to 10 years who wants a provider, and you'll be able to provide. Great. We're not, y'all aren't the target. Y'all aren't the target. Okay? And when I say we, I'm talking about women in general. I'm already married, been married for 17 plus years. Okay? So I'm talking about several groups and large numbers of women across the globe. Okay? I'm not talking about me. When I say we, I'm talking about women. Okay? Mm-hmm. You said, what's the trade-off? There is no trade-off. If you need to trade, then we don't do business, sir. If you got to trade, if you need tit for tat, then you're not a man. Men are providers. There ain't no trading over here. You got to trade, go trade with another man. I don't understand. That's poverty mind. Either provide or move out the way and let a provider come through. This is what I'm saying. This is how you know a man is dusty versus a man is a provider. The lingo that they're using. What are you going to trade? What do you offer? Nothing, sir. You're a boy. Get out of the way. Let a provider come through. Okay? That's all you have to hear to know somebody's dusty. Well, what are you offering? Well, what do you bring to the table? Nothing, sir. You ain't the target. Move along now. Okay? I'm telling you up front, I'm not bringing nothing to the table. I have books that tell you that I bring nothing to the table. Why? Because I don't need to. I'm a woman. If you need a business partner, go get a man. If you need somebody to go 50-50, go get a business partner. If you can't handle your responsibilities as a provider man, then don't get with a woman or go find Pikmisha and them. Okay? A lot of men think that you're supposed to do something, bring something. That's your mama. That's not us. Okay? That's your mama. That's not us. Two totally different people. We're not bringing nothing to the table. We're the prize. Okay? Okay. If you was a man, you would go to Pikmisha. Exactly. Go to Pikmisha. The ultimate placeholder. You know what? Most men will go to Pikmisha because they can't afford to date the type of woman they really want. And that's okay. You said, why do broke women want to date rich men? Most women aren't broke. They just don't want to date nothing broke. Just because just because women want a man with money doesn't mean they're broke. It doesn't mean that they don't want to become broke. That means they don't want to go broke if they get pregnant and don't want to work at 9 months pregnant. That means they want a responsible, financially responsible husband. Okay? That they can depend on and they can raise children. I know men don't think that far because they only want one thing, but women do. We think far. If you just want to take a woman to eat to the movies, then don't expect her to be faithful to you because you're not husband material. Okay, Michael Jackson said it best. Take a look at yourself and make that change. That's right, ma'am. Show blue, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Men only think one thing. They think if they're dating a woman, they're just there to get some sex and some food if she'll cook for them and to wash their dirty drawers if they fall for the okie doke. That's what men want to date for. And to be a placeholder until the woman realizes she ain't the one. Now, women aren't going to waste their time on some broke, dusty man who can't do nothing for them or their future. Okay, get it through your skulls. Go date Pikmisha who's desperate and will pay you to date them. Okay, that's the type of woman y'all belong with. The woman y'all don't want. Y'all know the ones that like you, the ones be up in your DMs, the one you embarrassed to take out in public. Them, go date them. You know why? Because they like you. They actually like you for you. Okay? You should find them more valuable. Okay? Go date them. The ones that you don't want to take out in public or introduce to your family members. That's the one. Because they'll like you for you. They don't want your money. They don't want anything from you. But you to love them and treat them like a human being and marry them or pretend that, you know, you like them. I don't even care. But Pikmisha is what you want. They're easy. They'll do anything for you. If you don't like what they look like, get your money up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right? They don't want pick-me's, but they act like they got all these women lined up for them. The pick-me's don't count. If you don't want to be seen out in public with them, they don't count. You said rich women are rare. Yep, they're not going to let you know that they have money because they're not trying to spend it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You could be talking to a rich woman and think you're talking to a volunteer or part-time receptionist. I promise you. Because they're not going to tell you about their money. Only dumb women tell men about their money. Women don't brag about money. Because we want to get more and we want to take yours. So why would we tell you we got some? That don't make no sense. Okay. My money is my business, exactly. If we want your money, why would we tell you we got money? Exactly. What's your body count? Well, I'm pretty sure it's higher than your bank account because I'm pretty sure you're dusty. Because I'm sure your bank account is definitely in the negatives. If you on this channel this late asking a woman her body count, that's a pretty dusty question. So I can only assume it's higher than your negative bank account. Girl, it's on insufficient funds. I roasted myself. I didn't roast myself. In my era, in my day and age, that's not a roast, okay? If your PP little and you can't get around, that's your problem. If your bank account little and you can't afford to date, that's your problem, okay? I'm 45 years old. My body count don't matter. I'm married. Got kids. Who cares? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I done made it. I'm rich. I got money. I'm married, got kids. I got channels, merch, books. I mean, what's your bank account? Because that's the only count that matters when you get to a certain age. All right? Instead of worrying about how many people somebody slept with, imagine how many dollars you have in your bank account. Get that up. Okay. You said, look at my bathroom. You're not rich. You haven't seen my full bathroom. This is like the small part of it. Okay. It's okay. You don't think I'm rich. You don't need to know my money and my net value, my net worth or my net value. Just know that I stay paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's the bathroom supposed to look like? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to deal with moments of jealousy when he seems too interested in speaking to other women. Nobody cares. Is he paying your bills? Do you have stacked money in your account that he's giving you? Do you have a business? You're the prize. He's supposed to care if someone's talking to you. If you're not doing that, you're doing it wrong. All right? If he doesn't fear losing you to a richer man, you're doing it wrong. Keep that in mind. You bought 4 books. Thank you, Rose Gold Goddess. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, all my books are on Amazon. I just came out with a new Sprinkle, Sprinkle SheRaSeven coloring book for y'all ladies that like to manifest, color, and be creative at the same time. That is up. Broncos, if you're looking for trans women, I can hook you up if that's what you want. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I am a female, but shout out to all my trans women out there. Broncos is looking for you. Hit him up in his DMs. Or are you the same on Instagram, sir? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, BN Sprinkle, sprinkle, for the super chat. I appreciate you. You said she would stay doing rich activities. Thank you, Miss D-Ray. Yes, ma'am. Well, anyway, for all the men that are looking for trans, I can definitely direct you into, so a couple of channels. If there are any trans women in the comments, please let them know that y'all don't deal with dust either. Okay? Even they can't afford you. Still, it's okay though. A lot of people are disappointed that I'm not trans. It's okay. You still don't have a chance, even if I was. Okay. Whether I'm female, cis, female, trans, whatever, you still don't have a chance. So it don't matter. Girl, I don't even know all the terms, but you still ain't got no chance. I don't care what part of the rainbow flag, LGBTQ plus somebody is, a Dusty still ain't got no chance. Not over here. Some people want to put themselves in the LGBTQ plus so bad that they just end up being straight, spicy straight. Oh, I don't even know what they call it. Look, can you cast a spell on me, beautiful? Yeah, a money spell for you to give me some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said spicy straight. Girl, I don't know what they're calling it these days. There was somebody that was trans, but still dressed like the same. They just never transitioned. I don't know. It was weird. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why do you think Russian women are so desirable? The same reason why all women who know their value are so desirable. The same reason. Because they don't take no BS and they bought their money. Period. Oh, thank you, Ben. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or BN, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, they bought their business, they bought their money, and they don't take no BS. That's why men find them attractive. Okay? You ever seen a Russian woman dating a Dusty? Probably not. Anyway. You said they are very direct. Exactly. Don't nobody want to date nobody that don't know their value. That's how you easily get taken advantage of. When you don't have no standards and you a Pikmisha and you only look for validation and you believe everything that comes out of a broke man's mouth, that's how you become a victim. If you want to get what you want in this world, you got to know your value, know yourself, and keep your standards high and don't deal with no dust. It's that simple. Okay? Men know this. That's why they have to try everything in the book to try to get you down, lower your self-esteem, bring you down to their broke, dusty level so they think they got a chance to hold you back temporarily. They know they can't marry you. They can't afford you. They're just literally trying to waste your time. If they can't benefit your life, it's a waste of time. And instead of wasting a woman's time, Dusties, go get some business. Go get a job. Go find several streams of income. Chase money. Like, I'm literally telling y'all, stop chasing women and go chase money. And you won't have to worry about a woman trying to get your pockets if you worried about getting your own pockets, getting your own bag, getting your own money. You won't be scared that women are going to take it from you because you're going to be too busy earning it to where no matter how much you spend, it doesn't even make a dent. and your bank account. Get to that level. All right? Stop worrying about your little paycheck to paycheck and somebody trying to get it from you. Don't nobody want your dusty money. Okay? All right. You get to the bag first before you worry about somebody taking what you ain't got. Exactly. They be over here taking notes about money they ain't got to protect themselves from women like us who don't even want their money because they ain't got none. What's the problem? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said these women are harsh out here today. That's because they have to be. Look what they got to deal with. Broke dust. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Would you date a short provider only if it's money long? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. Well, thank y'all, everybody who donated. Y'all are really nice. Happy New Year, everybody. Y'all get my books, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. They are on Amazon and the links in the description bar. Thank you, Shira. You definitely needed this video tonight. Remind us. So hilarious. You've been cracking me up with the quick comebacks. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle, ma'am. All right. So if y'all want to, check out the books and stuff, they're all on Amazon. The links are in my description bar. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Dusties, for clicking on the video because of the thumbnail. Because I look so good. Y'all keep the notifications coming so y'all come in here and click and prepare for the the life that you think you're gonna have and protect the money you ain't got yet. Y'all go come on back. I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.